All right, so that's enough of that. But never enough of this. Good day to you. Good to be your company. And how are you? So we started off always with a greeting. Good day to you. Good to be your company. And how are you? So good day to you. So apologies for the extremely late start. I was halfway to abandoning the session, but then I thought, oh, I'll just do it for the culture. So hopefully somebody just turn up to take it over. Either Patoski, Ola, Thomas, Chioma, whoever, Mike, even. But we'll meander through whatever the talking points are, and then hopefully the room populates, moderator turns up, then I can just bail out. But I was halfway to abandoning it. That's why it's so late. You know, I kept pushing it back, but then I thought, do it anyway. So do it for the culture. So you do for the culture by clicking on the like button. Do for the culture by clicking on the like button. Not already subscribed, what are you doing? Correct that by clicking on the subscription button. So like and subscribe. Do those two things. And then if you want to come and join me on the screen, the hyperlink that says StreamYard, that is immediate to hand in the comment section. So click on that. Share the link, super chat towards the streams. I don't even know why I still ask you to super chat. Nobody's doing that anymore. But you know, if you don't do that anymore, then everything defeats, you know. So do all that. Do all those nice and funky things. Do all those nice and funky things. Do it in the scale of importance. The like is probably the most important. The super chats are equal importance. Everything important. So do all those things. Like, make sure you're subscribed. Share the links in your social media spaces. Super chats towards the stream. Come join me on the screen. So all those things. So we are going to meander through what we have. It's just it's going to be a lazy afternoon, sort of a relaxed sort of a session. So no heavy hitting anything. Just we'll just go through talking points and have conversation if any happens. So very much hopefully a very relaxed session. At least that's what I am anticipating. Hopefully that is what we will have. So so a relaxed session, but I tell you somebody that is not relaxing is AREGBESOLA, who are now cast in the political wilderness, trying to chart his way back to relevance. Strange bedfellows, AREGBESOLA KWANKWASO. AREGBESOLA KWANKWASO to form alliance ahead of 2027. So there it is. Somebody drew an analogy on this platform a few sessions ago. So somebody drew an analogy and they said what we're seeing essentially is football clubs recruiting talented players onto their teams. So I think they drew that analogy with the Najahatu Mohammed sort of saga that's going on. So it's essentially, and this is KWANKWASO now quickly going to capture what essentially is a free agent, which is also a talented player. So everybody gearing up and lining up for 2027. AREGBESOLA KWANKWASO to form alliance ahead of 2027. And they met in Lagos, pictures everywhere. Two prominent politicians, Rauf AREGBESOLA and Rabiu KWANKWASO, could form alliance. I don't know why they're writing alliances. I thought that was a mistype in the headline, but it's called, who is this semi-literate? Who wrote this? Ewok Neobong. So it's from the Creek. So no wonder. That explains everything. Ewok. That's the name. Ewok Neobong. So somebody from the Creeks writing an article. I don't think I've ever come across that before. It should be form alliance. They're not forming alliances. If two people are coming together, that's an alliance, not alliances, but there it is. Pardon me. AREGBESOLA KWANKWASO to form alliance ahead of 2027. Two prominent politicians, Rauf AREGBESOLA and Rabiu KWANKWASO, could form alliance and work together against the ruling All Progressive Congress APC ahead of the 2027 general election. This is as the two politicians met today in Lagos to discuss the modalities of such merger. Sources at the meeting told correspondents that KWANKWASO, the national leader of the new the new Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), was in Lagos on Saturday, where the two leaders held marathon meetings that lasted for more than an hour. So a meeting lasting for more than an hour is not a marathon meeting. A marathon meeting will last endless hours through the night. That's just a casual meetup. I don't know quite. I hope this guy is not going to destroy it with it. Let me see if I can find this somewhere else. This guy is barely literate. Whoever wrote this. Let me see if I can find that somewhere else. Actually, I hate badly written stuff. It puts me off my stride. Should we just make do with it? Let's see. Is it somewhere else? It was all over. I saw it in so many spaces, but let's just go with what we have. AREGBESOLA KWANKWASO to form alliance ahead of 2027. Two prominent politicians, Rauf AREGBESOLA and Rabiu KWANKWASO, could form alliance and work together against the ruling All Progressive Congress APC ahead of the 2027 general election. This is as the two politicians met today in Lagos to discuss the modalities of such mergers. Sources at the meeting told correspondents that KWANKWASO, the national leader of the new Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), was in Lagos on Saturday, where the two leaders held. Look, as I did say, this person is barely literate. Well, the two leaders held, he was going to say, but help marathon meetings. Oh God, it's really putting me off. Actually, I beg your pardon, but it's putting me off. Now I'm going to be looking out for bad spelling and mistakes now as I'm reading it. It's just going to. I hope it's not a lengthy one. Okay, it's just a short read. So let's endure it. One last time, two prominent politicians, Rauf AREGBESOLA and Rabiu KWANKWASO, could form alliance and work together against the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) ahead of the 2027 general elections. This is as the two politicians met today in Lagos to discuss the modalities of such mergers. Sources at the meeting told correspondents that KWANKWASO, the national leader of the new Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), was in Lagos on Saturday, where the two leaders held marathon meetings that lasted for more than an hour. Although details were not released to the media, the sources said it was in preparation of, you wrote, but it should be for. It was in preparation for AREGBESOLA and his supporters to join the NNPP. I'm going to post the link to this thing in the comment section, actually, just to show you an example of sometimes how badly written some of these things can be, and you are reading and editing them just as you read along. So there it is right there. You can have a look. It's just so poorly written. Although details were not released to the media, the sources, imagine that, is it that the source or sources, not the sources? Sources said it was in preparation for AREGBESOLA and his supporters to join the NNPP. In recent days, there have been speculations in the media that AREGBESOLA and his supporters may join NNPP ahead of next year's gubernatorial election in Osun State. AREGBESOLA, a former governor of Osun State, was recently expelled from the APC after falling out with President Bola Tinubu and his successor, Boyega Oyetola, who is the current Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. So he did fall out with Tinubu recently. He fell out with Tinubu as far back as the presidential election primary. So that was where the real falling out took place. And I don't think after the victory was taken, Tinubu paid him especially any attention. But there it is right there. AREGBESOLA and KWANKWASO forming a merger. Can you imagine that? So AREGBESOLA and KWANKWASO forming a merger. Tinubu orders database clean up as federal government uncovers 6,000 Nigerians with NIN. So Nigerians, not to be conflated with Nigerians, we're talking essentially about foreign entities holding our national identity. So there it is right there. And the only thing that surprises me is the low figure. I was expecting 6 million, not 6,000, because if you drive through the north, there's nobody there. So really, all these so-called figures that they have is essentially foreigners being added to their numbers. Tinubu orders database clean up as federal government uncovers 6,000 Nigerians with NIN. The National Identity Management Commission has identified over 6,000 Nigerians who were illegally registered in its database with the National Identification Number NIN. This revelation comes amidst President Bola Tinubu's directive for a comprehensive update of the National Social Register to support the federal government's social investment programs. Correspondents reported that sources at the presidency disclosed that on February the 4th, 2025, Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo briefed the Federal Executive Council (FEC) on the activities of the NIMC, which operates under his ministry. The minister confirmed that the NINs obtained by illegal holders have been withdrawn as part of an ongoing database cleanup. The issue of fraudulent NIN registration gained attention in October 2022 when the Defense Headquarters announced that fake NIMC officials had been apprehended. Major General Musa Damadami, yeah, let's just call him Musa so I don't bother his name. Major General Musa, then Director of Defense Media Operations, revealed that suspects had visited the Gagarima IDP camp in Niger Republic to register non-Nigerians. Items recovered from the suspects include an NIN registration machine, printing and laminating machines, a generator, and other equipment. So these are they are essentially padding numbers for election and continuous numerical advantage. So they don't really care about development or anything. They don't care about the statistical data that will help any government to project towards development of anything in that country. All they want, elements like Buhari, Abubakar Malami, all this sort of, all they want is a numerical advantage that they can use to rig election and continue to perpetuate themselves in positions that enable them to continue to feed off the fat of the land. So they don't understand anything about growth. They don't understand anything about science. All they know is gluttonous, brutish rape and pillage, just pillage and savage. That's all they understand. Apologies, I didn't even want to say that, but when you read things like this, it just lends to the stereotype of those people. The issue of fraudulent NIN registration gained attention in October 2022 when the Defense Headquarters announced that fake NIMC officials had been apprehended. Major General Musa, then Director of Defense Media Operations, revealed that the suspects had visited the Gagarima IDP camp in Niger Republic to register non-Nigerians. Items recovered from the suspect include NIN registration machine, printing and laminating machines, a generator, and other equipment. It was alleged that the fake agents charged foreigners, mostly from neighboring countries, to obtain NINs, practice particularly rampant in the border communities. The NIN is a unique 11-digit number tied to an individual's biometric and demographic data used to verify identity for government and private transactions. The presidency emphasized the importance of ensuring the database accurately reflects the details of vulnerable Nigerians eligible for social intervention, such as student loan and cash transfers. It was the Minister of Interior that gave the briefing, a source disclosed. The Interior Minister said NIMC is tidying up the database because they found over 6,000 people from the Niger Republic who obtained NIN, but they have been wiped from the database. I think all northerners should be wiped from that data. Anybody, especially all the ones in the border towns, they should just wipe out all the details of all the northern border registrations and redo it, because it's just anyway. So there it is right there. So there it is right there. I'm not sure that those numbers are even accurate. I suspect that it will be significantly more than that. I suspect that it will be significantly more than that. Let's go on from that to another one. Okay, we've got Tony here, so we keep Tony on the screen, and whoever else turns up, and then we'll keep them on the screen. So Tony, stay muted for a moment. Nnamdi Kanu, George sends impromptu notice to IPOB leader. So is this still the IPOB leader? Even is the wider question. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court has sent an impromptu notice demanding that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, appear before her court. I thought she had recused herself from Nnamdi Kanu's case. That was the latest installation, wasn't it? What's this? That was the latest. Did I click on something? Yes, that was the latest installation, wasn't it? So Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, that was the Federal High Court Abuja usually says, Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court has sent an impromptu notice demanding that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, appear before her court. The judge, who had earlier recused herself from, yes, she did recuse herself from the trial of the IPOB leader, ordered that Kanu appear in court on Monday, February the 10th. I wonder what sort of ding dong ding, what sort of merry dance will be with so we'll make about this one now. He'll start running around with the Jaden wearing their white shirts and making noise that you know that affected Americano twang that he has. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court has sent an impromptu notice demanding that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, appear before her court. The judge, who had earlier recused herself from the trial of the IPOB leader, ordered that Kanu appear in court on Monday, February the 10th. Aloy Ejimako, Kanu's counsel, after a visiting routine by the legal team and the IPOB leader's family, said they would be appearing in court on the said date. In a discussion centered on the surprising notice we received to appear in court with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on Monday, February the 10th, we shall appear with a bated breath, Ejimako stated. The council had earlier filed an application for the transfer of his client's case to any federal court division in the southeast states. This follows an order by Justice Nyako to recuse herself from the case. The lawyer said, we are reliably informed that following the said recusal, Justice Murtala Nyako promptly sent the case file to your lordship for the purpose of reassigning it to another judge of the same Abuja division of the Federal High Court. He, however, noted that the chief judge was not able to reassign the matter to any other judge in the Abuja division because no judge agreed to take on the matter. He added that they don't want the smoke, I suspect, all this, the noise making from our brothers from the East. He added that the chief judge had also returned the case file to Nyako, which the lawyer said his team will be protesting. Given that no other judge in Abuja division is willing to take the case, the only option left is to transfer the case to any division of the federal court in the southeast geopolitical zone. I don't quite know why it should go to the southeast geopolitical zone, because that already leans towards a particular bias. if he leaves Abuja, he should come to Yoruba land and let him be adjudicated there. So that is a more neutral zone. The Southeast is not a neutral zone now. You are sending a case against Biafra into Biafra land. And no, that can't happen. Send it to Ibadan. They will sort him out there. Given that no other judge in the Abuja division is willing to take the case, the only option left is to transfer the case to any division of the Federal High Court in the Southeast geopolitical zone, especially since the offenses were alleged to have had impact on Southeast and not Abuja. I don't think quite inciting people to burn Lagos down, that's nothing to do with the Southeast. Which thus gives the Southeast Division a far superior jurisdiction than any other division, including Abuja, Ejimako said. So they want a home turf advantage. That's what he's looking for, home turf advantage. So home turf advantage. All right, let me take you on to this one. But this one here, this one comes with a video clip. So let me play you the clip that actually that predates this one. We've played this clip on this platform before. So let me play you this clip that predates this one. And then so this article here is a consequence of this clip that I'm about to play you.
So you will provide a sanitary towel. You will provide. You won't take. You come and take my phone. Touch my phone, then you will see. Touch my phone. You touch my phone.
Trust me, you're not going to.
You're not going
to fly on Kenya again.
You're
not going to fly on Kenya.
Okay, you will see now.
You can never get our aircraft.
I will not check in. Thank God. I'm speaking to the Minister of Finance of Nigeria. You will see.
Call the president of
Nigeria.
Call the president of Nigeria.
Okay, let's go on.
Call the president. Call your president.
Yes, we're waiting. Oh yeah, now.
Call your president.
See,
call the president.
You continue.
Continue. Yes,
you will see. Continue. I want a hotel. I need sanitary towels.
I'm not going to give you anything.
You will give me food tonight.
You're not giving you anything.
Yes, okay.
Oh yeah, now. You won't give me anything.
Very wicked set of people. 17 hours layover. 17 hours. Act of wickedness. I have blood clot issues.
Call your president. Call your president. Call your president.
What is issue ticket meta for me? What is issue ticket? What is issue boarding pass meta? What is issue boarding pass meta?
You are not going to fly Kenya again.
You see wala.
We don't want you. We
already told you the problem, and I told you.
What is snapping? What is snapping? What is snapping? What is snapping? Master the things. Very wicked set of people.
Very wicked. You are wicked. You are very wicked.
Continue.
You are so
wicked. Continue.
You are very wicked.
Don't send the things. Tẹ́bá rí bó ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn Nigerians ní bíbáyìí. Tẹ́bá rí bó ṣe ń ṣe àwọn Nigerians wọ́n kò dà wọ́n síta ni. Tọ́ba ti rí green pali yẹn báyìí. Òyìnbó méjì wọ́n ti fún ní meal ticket pé kó lọ sókè kó lọ jẹun. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti rí dúdú ara wọn báyìí wọ́n máa bá yí ara wọn jẹ́ ni. Wọ́n lò sí.
Okay, so that's the narrative of that woman then that had that. I think we played that on this platform before. But the one thing that is turning out is that the Nigerians are actually turning to the Americans within the African paradigm, the untouchables. You go after a Nigerian and you pay a heavy price. NCAA to penalize Kenyan Airways for violating customer protection laws and failing to provide evidence of their claim against a Nigerian passenger. So this is Festus Keyamo, who's proven to be by far the best aviation minister we've yet had in the history of that country. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has announced plans to impose maximum enforcement action against Kenyan Airways over multiple customer protection violations. This was disclosed by Michael Achimugu, the NCAA's Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, in a statement on Saturday, February the 8th. Achimugu expressed concern about Kenyan Airways non-compliance with aviation regulations, particularly its obligations regarding passenger care and compensation policies. It stated that despite being given opportunities to address the issues, the airline has failed to take corrective actions. The decision follows an altercation involving a Nigerian passenger, Gloria Omishore, which highlighted Kenyan Airways' alleged mistreatment of passengers. A video shared by Tunde Moshood, a special advisor to the Minister of Aviation, captured a verbal dispute between Omishore and the airline staff at a transfer desk. Omishore accused the airline of mistreating Nigerians, while Kenyan Airways claimed she was denied boarding due to a lack of Schengen visa to France, a requirement for entry into any European Union country. In its defense, Kenyan Airways alleged that it had offered Omishore an alternative route from London to Manchester, which she declined, and accused her of throwing used pads at staff during the altercation in Nairobi. I wonder why she wasn't arrested. They are very quick to arrest Nigerians in that country. However, the NCAA found fault with Kenyan Airways for allowing Omishore to fly without a Schengen visa in the first place and criticized the behavior of the staff. We all saw it, very unruly, very rude, very uncouth. Following a meeting on February the 4th with Kenyan Airways officials, including the airline's country manager, station manager, and deputy manager, the NCAA demanded a public apology from the airline and compensation for Omishore. The NCAA also requested an update official statement reflecting the true events. The agency gave Kenyan Airways 48 hours to comply, but noted on Saturday that the airline had failed to meet the deadline even after requesting an hour extension. Achimugu highlighted other consumer protection violations by Kenyan Airways, including a 7-hour flight delay for which passengers were not compensated. He criticized the airline for operating in Nigeria without adhering to local regulations, saying, "How can you operate in a foreign country with no recourse to the relevant regulations?" In response to the NCAA's plans to host a mandatory retreat for all airlines operating in Nigeria to ensure compliance with its 2023 consumer protection regulations, Achimugu added, "The CAA is dismayed by the actions of this airline. Cases of refunds not paid, lost baggage not compensated, despite admitting to losing them, and failure to honor commitments." The NCAA's legal department had been out on notice, and the agency had vowed to initiate stiff enforcement actions against Kenyan Airways through due process. So they should slam them as much. How dare you treat a Nigerian like that? How dare you? The woman promised to show them pepper, and it looks as though the pepper she promised is now being delivered hot and sharp. Hot and sharp. What's this one? Oh yeah, we've gone through this one. All right. From that to this, tension in rivers as Ogoni oil exploration talks end abruptly. So we need those Ogoni fields if we're ever going to get anywhere near our $1 trillion economy target. There was tension in Bori, the traditional headquarters of Ogoniland, on Saturday as a planned congress to begin talks on planned oil exploration resumption in the area ended abruptly. Recall that President Bola Tinubu, at a meeting with some Ogoni leaders in Abuja over a fortnight ago, had urged them to return home to get the input of their people on the planned oil resumption in the area and come back to him. The meeting scheduled to be held at the Peace and Freedom Center in Bori, Kana local government area of Rivers State, saw an unexpected crowd of Ogoni people from the 4 local government areas that make up Ogoniland, viz. Ghana, Gokana, Tai, and Eleme. The correspondent who was at the venue reports that before the agreed time of 1 p.m., the hall was filled to the brim with hundreds of other Ogoni people outside, forcing the organizers to move outside to have the meeting in an open field. Yet the crowd swelled, even as political leaders of the area, including the senator representing the River State South, Barry, whatever his last name is, the deputy national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Chief Victor Gaidam, former president of the Movement for the Survival of Ogoni People, Ludam Meti, arrived at the venue. As the venue became tighter, co-chairman of the Ogoni Dialogue Committee and respected priest, Ignatius Kete and Meti, quickly took turns to address the crowd on the purpose of the meeting as directed by Tinubu. Pigo, sorry about the names. These are just the names of people from the South. Pigo was giving the vote of thanks urged Ogoni people to unite and remain peaceful and put the past behind them. Though the event scheduled for 1 p.m. started around 2 p.m., in less than an hour, the event was over as the VIPs jumped into their vehicles and zoomed off as the youths became angry over the arrangement, which was poorly organized. So the arrangement poorly organized is that they went to Abuja to collect the dollars and they're not sharing it sufficiently or maybe not sharing it at all. Immediately, tempers started flaring and some youths displayed placards with several inscriptions calling for transparency in the ongoing talks. One of the youths from Kana, who gave his name as Ima, said, how can they call Ogoni people from 4 local government areas for the first meeting to one small place and expect to achieve results? It is not possible because many people want to talk. The best thing they would have, I think Baba's idea is probably the best idea. Share $5,000 round every single person in that space and tell them to shut up after that. The best thing they would have done was to begin the discussions from the kingdoms and the local government areas before calling an enlarged Congress to harmonize the views, he concluded. So there it is right there. So the Ogoni is still not allowing us access to that oil. I think they should just move them all away from that space. That's just my view. All right, so that's all we have. Let me play you a couple of clips and then we move on. For as much as we lambast the North, is probably the most beautiful part of the country, as this clip documents.
Don't ever travel to northern Nigeria. You know they fear Boko Haram. That's what my friends told me when I got posted to Adamawa State for NYC camp. But what they didn't tell me is this. They didn't tell me I'll fall in love with the landscapes from Jos to Bauchi, Gombe to Adamawa. They didn't tell me of the UNESCO heritage site in Adamawa State called the Sukur village, where the people build their houses with dry stones, as beautifully documented by my friend Omotoke. They didn't tell me I'll fall in love with the beautiful city of Kaduna, or that a stranger would leave his work in the rain to come pick me up under a bridge late at night and made sure I was safe. They didn't tell me it was safe to travel across the north like I did. Like my friends Nike, Body, and Ify did, documenting incredible stories of northern life. They didn't tell me that I, an Igbo boy from Enugu State, could learn to say the phrases Inakwana, Inauni, Inajinyungwa, or Inasonki. Thanks to my friends Aisha, Baranza, and my big sis Fatima. There is so much to see and experience in northern Nigeria. All you need is an open mind, and the experience will take you to places beyond your widest imagination. I challenge you to show the beauty of Nigeria through your own eyes. Create a 1 to 2 minutes videos of the sights and sounds around you and upload it to the See Naija portal for a chance to elevate your creativity with MTN. For more details, visit the link showing on your screen. Let's see Naija with MTN.
So there it is right there. Let's see Naija with MTN. You know, if Nigeria was peaceful, the place I would personally love to live would be in the north. I've always had a thing about Jaws. You know, if Nigeria was a peaceful country, I would happily spend all of my life in Jaws. Very, very calm, very temperate weather, very civilized people. It probably for me, Jaws would be the place I want to live if Nigeria was ever a peaceful country. But there it is, right? The landscape, the topography, and especially the people, far more civilized, far more attuned to my worldview than anybody in the south. So
I think it's the weather.
Yes, I think it's the weather.
Their weather is fantastic.
I think they said it snows there somewhere. I think it snows somewhere in the north. I've heard that rumor before, but I've not yet seen it. But there it is. Let me play you this clip that speaks to this idea being muted of 31 more states being added to the Nigerian mix. So this guy now talks us through what that looks like and what the process is.
This right here is what Nigeria's map looks like today. But guess what? This is what it is likely to change to. That is if all of the over 31 proposals for the creation of new states sail through. But wait a minute, just before you run off with that information, particularly for those who are wondering, what exactly are the members of the National Assembly thinking? Don't they have something better to do? Well, you need to understand what it is we're dealing with here. First off, these are proposals, and proposals do not become law automatically. In fact, there is a tedious process to proposals becoming law. But let's get a backstory. That announcement was made by the House Committee in charge of Constitution Review. And this is what was said. It was said that these proposals are actually from people like you and I, everyday Nigerians. And I'm talking groups, ethnic groups, organizations, everyday people like you and I submitted those proposals to the National Assembly Committee, particularly the House of Reps Committee, on the Constitutional Amendment. Hi, guys. But back to my story. So once that happens, then it goes through a very tedious process. First, you see, the lawmakers representing the area in concern. For example, let's say Lagos State wants to create Lagoon State. So you have all of the lawmakers from Lagos State at the Senate and the House of Reps. 2/3 of them must support that particular proposal. In fact, 2/3 of the local governments in Lagos State must support it as well. So it gets to the front of the National Assembly, and guess what? It goes through the legislative process. And that particular bill has to go through all of Nigeria. All the state assemblies in the country have to vote on that proposal. It's only if 2/3 of them support it that it will sail through. But that's not all. The National Assembly, the whole of the National Assembly has to vote on it as well. And only if 2/3 support it, then it will become a law. It's a very tedious process, so not to worry. Your Lagos State is not becoming Lagoon State just yet. In fact, the last time states were created was in 1991, and it was by a military head of state. So that is an explainer of this. So I'm not sure our map is changing just yet. So I hope the lawmakers can breathe and pay attention to what really matters. So for now, no new Lagoon State or Federal Capital Territory Abuja State. Who came up with that?
Oh, all right. So that's that guy talking us through the process of creating new states. You know, I suspect that we'll be having 2 additional states under this particular dispensation that we're under now. There'll be 3 even, maybe 2 in the north and 1 in the southwest.
1 million.
What do you mean 1 million?
You will have 1 million states.
No, the country, the states are not complete because there are some states that are just too large to be managed, you know, from one set. Like a good example is Niger State. It's just too large, or Borno State. They are too large to be managed centrally. But let's play the Kegite music and then we kick off the session. I think the panelists are ready to go, as you can hear from Zita. And by the way, it's a speak easy session. We have just this smatterings of talking points, but so it's just we just speak freely. But the Kegites and then the session.
Water, only water, only water, where they see ma. Water, Naido. Apa, oh, Naido. Papa, you don't come. Oh. Papa, oh, night, oh. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́dí àkẹ́kẹ́rẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́rẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Chifu Faila ti kẹ̀kẹ́rẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòde ojàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosonana ẹyẹ o ó dìlé o. Petrosodúnkẹ́ ẹyẹ rẹ̀ ó dìlé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run méjìkọ. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbéṣe o.
So that is right there. May that have nothing to do with us. The panel already assembled. Still plenty more spaces. Anybody that wants to come in, just come in. It's hopefully a very relaxed session. We're hopeful for today. We start off the conversation. We kick it off with Choma. Tony was here first, but we kick it off with Choma because I think she especially wants to speak about the Nigerian ladies' experience with Kenyan Airways. Choma.
Good evening, one man. How are you?
I'm good. Good to have you.
And good evening to all the viewers.
Yeah, good evening, my boss. You are free to go, you know.
Oh, Tony, I'm so happy you're here. I hope you weren't offended from our last session. You know, you left abruptly.
No, Tony can stay there. We've got issues to discuss with Tony, but we have you first, and then we go to Tony's issues, which has to be addressed. Yes.
Yes. So we want to take it easy with Tony, you know, don't discipline him too hard on one man. You know, no one is perfect.
I can't discipline Tony, but we want to iron up conduct so that we move forward on a stronger footing. But yeah.
Okay.
Let's kick it off with the Kenyan, the lady and the Kenyan.
You know, this sort of thing has happened to me before. This delayed flight, you know, or canceled. No, it was delayed because of weather issue. And I was thankfully for me, I was in Europe when this happened. So I mean, I was treated like a queen, you know. I mean,
but you carry an American passport now. You carry a Nigerian passport, and then see how you are treated.
Well, man, that's why I tell my friends that are applying for Nigerian passport in Nigeria. They say, Chichi, make you go. Why don't you go and apply Nigerian passport? You're here anyway. You know, it's only 75,000 naira. I'm like, no, I cannot be seen carrying that thing. It's the reason I left the country. I don't mind having a Nigerian visa, but not passport. So, anywho, you know, my flight was, I just want to tell you my experience, but I'll make it quick. My flight was delayed and then ended up being canceled because of the bad weather. And I was in this country where, you know, where that country that's famous for chocolate. What is it?
Is it Switzerland?
No, it's not Switzerland. It's
Belgium.
Belgium, yes. And I was treated like a queen. I mean, you know, and the respect, it was just impeccable. Everything was perfect, you know. I don't know what it is with these Oyibo people. They know hospitality big time. You know, honestly, I learned so much from that experience. Honestly, I think I would
part of what that woman went through was the fact that she was dealing not only with Black people but Africans. If the staff were Oyibo people, she would have gotten excellent treatment.
Of course. Yeah. Which is really sad. And I mean, they of course the passport really helps one man. It makes a great deal of difference. When they saw that blue passport, baby, they were like, oh, they kept saying American, American, madame, this, I was like, oh my goodness, I guess I'm a celebrity or something. So I ended up, they fixed everything for me to get, they asked me the options I want. If I want the next flight, which is going to be in the next 6 hours, or the next day. I chose the next day because they said they would put me in a hotel. Can you imagine? So I'm like, well, I don't mind getting to Nigeria late after all. But this type of hospitality, let me just stay a little bit some time here,
just as an aside, somebody audited just how many times Nigerians say "omo" in the course of a conversation or a sentence, and they find that for every they say it every other sentence, "omo, omo, omo," especially people of your generation, everything "omo, omo, omo." Carry on. I just noticed you did it, and it reminded me of
Especially the Southeasterners, like Izzy and all of them, they're the one that say Omo, but most of us we don't say that. We already know what Omo means.
Another person that says it a lot, Uptown, he says it a lot as
Yeah, that's
well.
what I'm saying. It's the Igbo people that are saying that, or they are trying to, that our language is the best.
No,
now,
I think it's a Lagos. I think it's a Lagos speak.
It's
isn't
a Lagos
it?
thing.
Yeah.
No, it's that's what that's our language. Omo is Peking in in Yoruba and Edo. So that like all this shakara, many things. I beg. We are now we get the country now.
Okay.
No, I think it's a Lagos influence, but
it's a Lagos influence.
Yeah.
So, I was in Belgium, and, they ended up getting a whole taxi, and they took me to this nice hotel, it was like 5 minutes from the airport. Everything was so organized. I even had breakfast, and I'm like, I literally had a vacation that I didn't plan on, and it was a very nice hotel, but I can never forget that. That was like one of the best experience of my life, like missing a flight or a delay, and it was just fun, just having to stay in a country like Belgium, for 24 hours. So, I feel sorry for people that don't have American passport. One man, okay. I feel sorry for people that don't have American passport. I mean,
I think you find that the passport people lost after the most is the British passport. I'm not quite sure.
Can I tell you the truth? I don't even know how your passport looks. That's how irrelevant you guys are. I don't even know the color.
Everybody knows. There's no Nigerian that doesn't know what a British passport looks like.
I don't think. No, we all know American, but we don't know British. I'm not being serious.
You know something funny? I don't. I can say that not as a revenge, but I'm the same for. I don't even know what an American. I don't think I've ever really seen one in close quarters an American passport.
All the people that post on social media their first class trips, they're always carrying American passport. I've never seen a British on first class on social media showing up there. It's usually American passports on first class or private jets. I'm just being honest. That's why you can recognize American passport from far away. No offense, but anywho, I feel sorry for people that don't have American passport, because I mean. I felt like a queen in Belgium, and I had their chocolates, their breakfast, and mind you, my friend.
So you abused it like a typical Nigerian, Abi. You turned
period. Of course, why not? And I was nice to them, and they were nice to me. I wasn't even angry. You know why?
Because you go a lot further if you are nice. Maybe if that day their tone changed their tone, maybe a tone of voice, maybe they'd have been nicer to her.
Oh, maybe they would have pitied her a bit, But the flight, what do you call it? The concierge, the flight people, the concierge, the front desk people, for the flights. Is it the kiosk, whatever? Those people were nice to me first, you know. They first apologized, and then they were, you know, admiring my passport. They actually thought I was a celebrity too.
No, but the thing is, pretty girls get an easier ride through life, so everybody knows that.
But
So
one
you
man,
don't have
these were
to
all women.
labor it. Yeah, yeah.
You don't get it. These were all European women, you know, thin with blonde hair, pointed nose, like the real white women. And I was like, wow, they were just like, they were admiring me, admiring my passport. And then they had to call the Oga at the top to come and put a stamp or something because I have to leave the airport, you know. It was so bougie, you know. So I just feel sorry for this woman because every time
Is this a movie or a dream?
No,
I think she's just I think she's talking Bulaba, and Bulaba.
No, woman, I was in La La Land. I never
Woman, leave her now. Let her tell us her fun.
You know,
wrong with you, woman?
you know, Zita, as she's talking, I'm costing it. What she's talking about is probably more than the cost of the flight that she paid for. So they have
No. Woman, no. I have experienced it before. No, she's right.
I'm telling you, the hotels next to the airport is top
but my own was the plane has some technical
can I finish my own? Because I want to hear your own.
No. Continue. My own was the plane actually had a technical issue.
Okay,
so we have to stay for 2 days for another plane to come. And it was
that's even better. One man, I didn't want to leave Belgium. I felt like a queen. You don't understand. Like, they even called me when I was in my hotel. Hey, I was like, you knew my hotel room number? How did you know my room number?
They put you there now, so why wouldn't they know your hotel number?
You don't understand. I felt like they were monitoring spirits, like God was watching over me. You know?
No, not God. They are police state now. Central Europe is police state. So once you enter the place, once you drive here in my city here, all the police, they know all the black drivers, people that have a cars. So they know everything. So they know you as a black person. They are trailing you.
They are not trailing her now.
But I'm just saying the truth. You know.
You're not even saying anything related to what
she's
saying.
Something negative.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even related to what she's saying. What she's just saying.
Yeah, at all. Okay, so they called me to ask me if I liked my room, if I was comfortable, if I was treated well.
What if you said no? You should have said no to see how far you could have pushed your luck.
They might have put me in something else, you know, because
a black African. I beg.
Okay, Tony, please let me finish.
This is what we are going to have to address with you, Tony. But carry on.
So, one man, I felt like, in fact, I was so impressed that these Europeans are so kind and so sweet, you know. And
not all of them. If you had come across a British one, the experience would have been the British. They are notoriously rude, especially if you fly British Airways. It will be one of the worst experiences you'll have.
I never had issues with that either. You know, but
have you flown British Airways?
Yes, it was very nice. I like the bread and butter, you know, as they would say.
Which one is butter? Which one is butter?
They say,
you mean butter? You mean butter?
Why is Kulata calling me a village girl in the comments?
Look at that. Yeah, it says it goes to school now. You
don't understand. And mind you, that was the first time I didn't fly first class. On a normal day, you know, I fly first class. I'm like, I was treated like a queen, as if I was flying like first class. I was like so shocked.
I think I've flown first class, but I think first class is an unnecessary, ostentatious something. The only time I flew first class was I used to work for a bank then. I used to work for Barclays Bank, and they sent us to India, and it was a first class package. And that was singularly, I wouldn't fork out my own money. We land at the same time. Okay, you go ahead of me and get your bags, and I'll get my bags after you. but I'll have that additional one,
One
7,000
man,
pounds.
no, one man. Listen, it depends on the airline.
You part with your own money to fly plus
If
class.
you fly Qatar Airways and you go on their business, you will love the world. Don't go there.
If somebody else is paying for it, I'll happily indulge, but not for my own money.
It's not the same. Not I land with you, I land at the same time. Please, it's a total.
Oh, you land earlier, and then I land 1 hour later. What was do I land 1 hour later, or you get your bags before me? That's the only thing. Yeah.
Life is too short. Have fun. Honestly. Even if you are in the same place with me, if I have to have more fun than I'm gonna grab it.
Zita, it's not. I hate on. I hate clothes that have labels on them. I hate that. I hate unnecessary, ostentatious something. I hate things that are showy and show-offy. It's just unnecessary. You should drive through your personality, and I'm not keen on things like that, to be honest with you. It irritates. If somebody else is paying for it, I'll indulge, but certainly not pay my own money.
One man, that's a poor man. That's a poor man mentality.
You're not angry. You're actually not angry that somebody is rich, but you are angry that you're not the one. That's all.
So, one man, right? The next thing, I had my breakfast, and I ate all the European food. Belgium food is so nice. The eggs
it's not nice, or it's not that nice. Belgian food is eggs, bread, and sausages. That's their meal. Eggs, bread, sausages, and potatoes.
My experience. From my experience, everything was, I don't know if it's because of the way I was treated that I felt everything tasted nice. Everybody was beautiful and kind, And I did the driver drove me around the nice areas before I even went to the airport, And everybody just kept asking me how was my stay? Did I enjoy Belgium? I'm like, oh yes.
Which airline was it?
I think it was KLM.
Okay, that's Belgian, isn't it? Is that Belgian KLM?
No, it's KLM
Dutch.
is Dutch, yes.
Yeah.
But it took me to Belgium, But man, I can never forget that.
So how does that relate to this woman's experience?
So I'm going to talk about this lady. So when I got to Nigeria, I was so disappointed because I was so disappointed because it just everybody was just loud. They were just loud and annoying, Everywhere was hot. We were just smelling anyhow. And NEPA took lights. I'm just glad I savored the moment when I was in Belgium. I never knew that American passport can take me to heaven. I'm on earth. I'm not even joking. I'm serious. American passport is the best respected passport in the whole wide world. So
hold on. But there's actually charts that tells us. So it's not I think it's actually the Japanese passport that is the most respected, not the American passport.
I
think America comes about between 5 and 7.
No.
Okay, we can.
One man, wait.
Nobody cares about the Ching Chong passport. The Ching Chong and their passport.
You see?
Okay, come in.
Respect, feared, accorded. There are two different things.
There's something called the Henley Passport Index, but carry on.
I understand what you're saying. I understand. They will tell you it's Japanese.
Actually, it's Singaporean, not Japanese.
Wait, yeah. If you stand in the line in a transit and the Japanese come, they will attend to him. No much scrutiny. But when an American land with American passport, they kind of swag. That's just it. They can make, why they did that index. You should look at the statistics they use in doing that index. Is those that don't have issues, those that don't have criminal records, those that don't break laws. Those, you will see the statistics they use.
Actually, America is number 10, but okay. Carry on.
That doesn't mean how many countries can Japanese passports enter anyway.
Every country. Okay, this is it. Oh, okay, hold on. So this is the Henley Passport Index for 2025. The Singaporean 195, Japan 193, Finland, France, Germany, Italy, South Korea, Spain, Austria, Denmark, Ireland, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Belgium, New Zealand, Portugal, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Australia, Greece, Canada, Malta, Poland, Czech, Hungary, Estonia, and then America. America is number 10 in the Henley Passport Index. So it's perhaps not as powerful.
Do you know what you just said?
As your jingoism tells you.
No, woman. It's just like somebody come out and put an index and say Luxembourg is the richest country in the world.
Per capita it is. Is it not people? Per capita it is? Yes.
I beg you. With how many people?
Yes, that's what I said. Per capita it is.
Anyway, continue with your gist, my
and their standard of life vastly superior. Most European standards of life vastly superior to the Americans. I don't know. Is that
so back to this
standard
lady.
of life, those your houses in the UK that looks like
UK is UK is a hellhole. I'm not counting, but I'm talking about places like Luxembourg, Switzerland. Those sort of spaces they're vastly superior to anywhere in America,
And America grew all of them.
Rule in what way?
I thought the other day you were lamenting about their hegemony.
No, their hegemony. America is actually being puppeteered. America is not the puppet master. America is the puppet. America is being puppeteered now by European power brokers.
Okay.
So
one man, please, sir. You're looking at it from the official point there, but when you talk of the people, the ordinary people on the street, America is like God to the Germans, to the Europeans. Because you can go to discotheque.
Not to the British. Not to the
British.
No.
Hold on, sir. Like when we got to Germany here, they were still reminiscences of this American G1, or GS, those black army. As a result, the police, they don't control us. Even if Nigeria, Somalia, whatever, they don't give it because they are afraid to control.
No, it's only to the lower cadres of society that
No. One man, American passport. Just by assuming that you're an American, it gives you cover here. It gives us cover. I'm telling you, you can't go to the nightclub, but as a black man, they will think that you are American. They let you in.
Yes, even the American accent is an access itself. But
no, as Nigerians, they don't care. The police don't control you when they see you because in Germany here it's very rampant. Police do control you when they see you moving on the street. They will ask you for your ID card as a black person. But when the American left, they considered that nonsense again. But when the Americans were here, the black Americans, they didn't do that. But when they left, then the police started again. Their shenanigans, like they don't black people. When you drive, they will control you whether you have some alcohol, whatever. But back then, they don't do that because sometimes when they ask the American black men, "Can I see your passport?" Then the black American soldier will say, "You what the hell? You want to see the American passport?" You know that sometimes they give all this the illegality.
Let me tell my story.
No, I just talk. I say America is the best, is the strongest country. Strongest. Forget about the official.
Yeah, that's
visa free. No. The visa free is official.
Tony.
Okay.
Tony.
That's to the lower cadres of society. That's if you look at the middle to upper middle class and then higher up in society, in Europe, they don't rate Americans that much. They take them for the money, but they don't rate them as persons. You know, they wouldn't sit in a restaurant with an American. They probably want to move away because they're just smelly people, you know.
Yeah, you sound like a hater. So one minute, let me finish my story.
Black people can get friends here because but for the German.
So
sorry, carry on,
Joma. Story. Thank you. So I had like almost like a limousine from the airport that came and picked me up from the hotel. I felt like a queen. And then when I arrived at the airport, there's a guide that took me to the kiosk, and they were like, "Oh, madam, so sorry. Our apologies." They were talking about my flight, what happened. They were just having a conversation with me because I'm American. And they just kept touching my passport.
So I'm sure you cranked the accent up, didn't you? You cranked it up.
Now, how fun. I was just like, it's okay. I had fun actually, So what happened? Like, I even was gonna ask the lady, if you want to take a picture of my passport, you can. The way they were just like, they were just
I'm sure they've seen an American passport before.
No, they were trying to make sure that
at KLM, they probably see a million every day.
One man, the way they were looking at me, they were admiring me, but I felt like deep down they're trying to make sure this beautiful African girl with this long name is the one carrying this passport. They were just looking at the passport up and down, like they have never seen American passport. I'm like, hey, if you guys want to take a picture, a snap, pictures with my passport, you can do so. I'm patient. I felt so special. And then guess what? I wasn't even at the back when I got on the flight. They put me behind the first class people. I'm like, what? Like, I didn't even carry last, because remember I told you this is my first time flying economy, but they ended up bumping me to business class because of my experience. I said, God, in my next life, let me just be quiet. But let me tell you something, one man, there's nothing like, I just thank God that I have American passport. And I thank God that he favored me with those people that day, because I don't know how I'll be feeling. So when I landed in Nigeria, I was so like, what am I doing here? It was so weird. I just felt like.
Were you not intending to go to Nigeria?
I did, but it's more
so what did you mean you were? I
just felt like everybody's like mago. Everyone was sluggish. They want to be moving. They were just staring at me, and they were like,
they were staring at you.
They were loud, especially the Hausa. It's mostly the Hausa people as the what do you call it? Is it what they call those people? Immigration. Only Hausa and few Yoruba guys, they were just like whoa, 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 just loud, I mean, I love my people, though, but. I was stressed out. Just 1 minute landing in Nigeria. But back to the ladies, I almost wanted to cry when I see that, her experience. The way they're telling her you are evil. Like just speaking back to her. When I was in Belgium and that situation happened to me, I was treated like a queen. No one.
I know you've already told us that story 10 times.
Yeah. So when they were, talking back to this woman, I just felt like, we have a problem. Our people have our Black people. We have a big issue. Even if
what
you don't.
What happened to the woman? I didn't get the.
Woman, you have to replay that video for them later. Because I mean, even if you don't want to bump her to the next flight or even provide her stay or food, be kind. Because she's delayed for 7 hours. She's probably taking medications, no food. I mean, she was frustrated.
No, just let her land. I'm going to move on now. Let her land. And
so our people should be kind. Even if you don't have anything to give your kindness and, support any way that you can, because that could be their last drop of compassion. that person may receive from you. You understand what I'm saying? So I just pity this woman, and I really hope she gets her refund back, because no one deserves to be treated like that after 7 hours of delayed flight. That's all I wanted to say. So in your next life, guys, just pray for American passport, because I'm more a favorite Neo.
All right.
That's my testimony, guys. Thank you.
The last thing I would want is an American, just the vulgarity of it. I cannot abide to that level of vulgarity. But thank you, Choma. So we go to Tony. So Tony, before you come on, I'm not sure how much of yesterday's session you listened to, but a complaint was lodged. Tony, are you there? Tony?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. Yes, I'm not sure how much of yesterday's session you heard, but a complaint was lodged about you.
From Adama?
No, just you need to listen. So a complaint was lodged about you that you called one of the panelists a demonic woman, and she wasn't keen on it, but in that moment she didn't pay too much attention. But then when people close to her listened back to the session, they highlighted it to her, and then she came back to make that complaint again. So it was Zita, and I'll encourage you to be mindful. You know how fond we all are of you here, but and it's because of your free spirit sort of thing that people take you so much. But sometimes you have to contain it, especially when it comes to the ladies. You can't just be using fast and loose language with the ladies. So if you want to apologize to Zita, here is your opportunity.
Anyway, madam, sorry, you know that I have no problem with any other woman here, like Victoria, Dupsy, many women here, Timini, many that I can, but just that because she's anti-black, anti-Nigerians, that's why I have this issue. So you know that I'm not always afraid to step on toes when it comes to telling the truth to power. So because she doesn't like Igbo people, and then she claimed to be coming from that place, stuff like that.
Yes,
so
is that the apology or what?
No, I've already apologized. I said that the reason why she felt that way, because woman.
No, you can't call them demonic women.
It's demonic. Like for example, a child is born in South Africa.
Guy,
okay, let me listen to you.
Don't try and justify it. Just make the apology and then we'll move on.
Madam, sorry.
We're trying to encourage female. We're trying to encourage female voices here.
But female that are kind, that are mothers. You see?
God. Okay. Well, there it is. But
yes.
Okay. So the floor is yours. Speak to us.
But I will never do so again, okay? I'm sorry, okay?
No, it's fine. We love your free spirit, and we know that it can spill over sometimes. I didn't think there was any malice intended, but
for example, woman, this evening there was a very prominent lawyer in Nigeria. His name is Liboros Oshoma. This is a good guy, a very powerful guy. He's as powerful as a Home that is fighting for Nnamdi Kanu right now. This is like the Shogore status. The status. But do you know that today, when they were asking him about the problem of a dual election, of who we have seen that the INEC couldn't even just tender anything. So, and then everybody were just praising him. Hello, sir. Then I wrote at the comment section, I say, man, just tell her that you are an APC member. You understand me? Because you cannot say that you fought for APC candidate in Imo State in 2018 or whatever. And then I said, okay, that means you are the one that helped to brought in Hope Uzodinma, that was fought, in line, and then you put him there. I mean, so then they have to just put me on timeout. You know what I'm saying? Because I was ready to fire that guy. You know that I'm always very different from other people. I like to speak truth to power. I like to see Nigeria as the best country in the world, and then I want to see Nigerians because woman, you don't know our place very well. You know that most of the states in Nigeria, they have one information center, Lagos and probably Kaduna. But in Ibadan we have two. One is in Agodi, one is in Dubai, very close to Cocoa House. So the American embassy, they do come to us, the consulate, they will come to us and be begging us that we should come and go to school in America. You know what I'm saying? We say no, because our parents will tell you, going to school in America is like you're going to a school that is not recognized by the Nigerian government. So that one will bring me to you that England was only the best destination for if you want to go to school abroad. You know what I'm saying? So, but today, the table have turned around. The Nigeria itself is just like a goat when don't get owner. When you're the worker for street like that. So that's it. Motor can just jump the leg. I mean, what the hell? People are not proud of their country. They're so bad that we want to see that country work. Is it by omission or commission? Anyhow, we can do it. We can't continue this shenanigan and try by error for the next 100 years again. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pity. Today, I was feeling so sad when Choma was, talking, like, because I said, my God, where? This country, this is our country. I mean, growing up, anybody that's 50 years old here or 53 years old here, then you know what I'm talking about. They do come to us to beg us, If we read, even from Polytechnic, they try to attract us that you go to America, you don't have to pay any school fees or whatever, and it was visa free. I was a member also of Nigeria, the tourist and the passenger, passenger association in the Sherry, in the Keja. So you can go to England and come back with just 100 or something naira, 200 naira, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we're talking about. We want to see our country work. How did we get here? You know what I'm saying? So what can we do differently to return back to that point? Because right now, I think Nigeria is in a pre-colonial stage right now, in terms of development, because I can say that everything's like rocket science. What is an aeroplane? What is an aeroplane? What is a ship? These white men, they think, they saw the bus, all this air, they flying, and then they look at their wing, and then they replicated it. They tried to, they slept and dreamt about it. How many years does it take a Hitler to turn the German, industries and technology around? That it is still his technology that we are still using today. Nothing has been invented since that guy died. And what the hell? What? It's like this Edo and the Oyo kingdom back. We are now below that stage. Before because look at our cities. You need to take a look at some pictures when they show some videos of 50s in Nigeria, 1921. You see the street, they are looking better than today. Woman, it's just too crazy. So I'm very sorry. That's why you see sometimes I just go crazy, like people try to be politically correct all the time, and which will lead us nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So let us be saying the things as they are. Let us be speaking, with one voice here that, oh, yes, so our country is not working. What can we do? Solution seeking. Not be say, so they say, yes, okay.
So what do you think the solution is then, Tony?
Yes, thank you very much, sir. So solution is like, this is a very big problem we have in Nigeria. And then we need also a very, hard solution. Not be saying with a sweet mouth or with agidi. Is to really think, how do we do radically? It needs some radical approach. Sir. That's what I'm trying to say. And then it will take men like me, you know what I'm saying, to do that. If we have about 10 like me in Nigeria, I don't know.
Break up the country, Abi?
No, not breaking up. Everybody always say that, oh, break up. If it means, taking that steps, well, then so shall it be. You know what I'm saying? So that we can be able to restart, and then we are still brothers and sisters with whoever. I've already gone up a bit now from 2-state solution to 3-state solution, because I can see that something is really very it's very wrong now between us and the Southeasterners. But back then, as at last month, I'll be begging, pleading with our people. I say, let us have a 2-state solution, not Nigeria, South Nigeria. But now I don't know how we can be able to share this South Nigeria to two now, because it's very difficult, because the thing don't degenerate to a kind of like a no return level, of no return level. And then we should try to rescue that, so that we can stay together.
I'm not sure that the relationship between the Southwest and the South and Southwest I'm not sure it's as bad as people think it is.
No, south and southwest, nothing bad at all. Nothing, but southeast and the southeast and the southwest is big problem. You know, and you see,
no. What I'm saying to you is that it may not be a big problem in the way that we see it, because the real problem is with the obedience space, you know, and their push for power. But they're just a small section within, you know, they don't represent, you know, they're just a small. Because they are so loud, people feel that they represent more than they do. But I wouldn't say that there was a big problem between.
Yeah, then okay, let's stick to that two-state solution there. But it's gonna be very difficult, because if you look at those prominent men from the southeast, so they don't even put into consideration what Padebanjo is doing, Farutimi is doing, even the earlier contributions made by Wale Soyinka, the effort to put Obi there with Obasanjo and all this kind of stuff. You know, they go to Edo State. You know, it was Edo State was the home base for, you know, Obi movement. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day now, they are now even still abusing us. You know, like they are abusing our Obas in Edo and the Yoruba land, in all this country. And the prominent people we are talking about, not be say now the spare parts sellers. So the thing is, that's why, you know, that, you know, Wama, you know that ever since I joined your platform, I've been trying to say, please, let us build the bridges. Huh? Am I lying? You know, now I've said we should build bridges because we're already intermarried. You know what I'm saying? Like now, look at Edo State now. This governor that is a good man, that you know, so the man that that won the election, because his wife is an Igbo woman now, go to Edo platform now. They said they don't want an Igbo first lady. So I said, so they will not give it to this Okpebolo that doesn't have anything, that doesn't know the difference between you know, a museum and, you know, see, a museum and zoo. Just because simply this Akintude Igodalo is his wife is Igbo, they don't want it. You know what the hell is going on? So I'm so angry. The same thing that day in Ondo. You see, so all this kind of stuff is, I mean, it's, you know, if we don't stop it now, and then Aisha Yusuf is not helping in the matter. You know what I'm saying? It start to incite us, the Igbos and the Yorubas and the Edos against each other. And then this woman is, at the end of the day, she's from the north. You know what I'm saying? She's not in the Satana. You know, so this is what we're saying. But they are all claiming Edo. So we claim they are this, they are that. So there are a lot of things going on. Not be small thing.
I think it may be the name that is confusing you. Aisha Yesufu is actually from Edo State.
Not the name. I'm going to send you some tone message from a video that's presented. She said that she actually is the daughter of you know, Mahmoud you know, Mohammedu, and then married to another one also, you know, Yusuf, Mahamad, you know, all this mad where they build when
yes,
they
now she comes from Muslim stock. Now you have quite a
not
large
be Muslim stock at all. We don't have Muslim stock in Edo State.
Of course you do.
No, we have some. And let me tell you how they came into being.
The whole of Auchi is Muslim.
No. These are the time you remember now that the Utmandofodo, they were coming with their sons. So our Oba told them that as you are crossing this local jar or that if you see red sound, stop. So when they go to Akoko Edo, those for there, they were able to fight them. So they escaped, and then they see connected to, they were moving towards Benin. So when they go to all those Uromi and Ubiaja, all those places, so they were able, they push them back. So the Benin army is very strong. So they fought them back. So they killed so many of them. So, but on their way back, the Akoko Edo people now blocked them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so they couldn't, so some of them, so they killed many of them. Akoko Edo people, they killed them, but the reminiscences, they escaped into some bushes in the Auchi area there. You know that our people, they are very kind. So they allow them to stay. So, and then now, you know, the way they bear children now, they always born many children, the same thing. So this is how people, all this, that's from there, all this Adamu Aliyu, aka Oshomole came, this is stock also on the kind of stuff.
Look, Eze want to go, just settle down. Eze.
Yeah. So that's it. It's very complicated.
What's your real name? What's your real name? Are you Eze Nwachukwu?
My name is Tony Africa, DPT. GBT.
Who is Eze Nwachukwu?
I don't know. I think Madam gave me that name that day now, so it's okay. No wahala.
All right.
Eze na chief now. Right. Look, I go to the politics, Abi.
Oh, okay, go to the politics.
So look, you redirect me small because my head don't scatter.
All right. We were talking about AREGBESOLA forming an alliance with KWANKWASO.
Yeah, that one a very short one, quick. So you know that I'm a Tinubu man right now again. You know, I'm not stuck to one position when it comes to my view of the politician. Like the Tinubu, before I said it's not good, but this time around, you know, like as I said before, that I'm not expecting Tinubu to come and govern like it's be done in the society. My agenda, I want you to come and carry out, and of which he's doing. So the best he can do is to arrest them, or he should let them be shouting and pariwo, until let's say next year, when the time will come when they discuss about politics, then he should go and lock them up indefinitely. I told Sammy. So any people that are doing that, he should go and lock them up, because I have so many Igbo platforms. I think I sent this on today also. You remember I sent you one today that I recorded in form of tone. These are Igbo boys. They support Tinubu because you see that they are not reasoning from my point of view that Tinubu is not coming to govern nobody. It's not coming to. He will make his money, but it's going to do the needful for us. Okay, what we have been unable to do. What about have not be not be able to do, and all these Jonathan, all those people, but it's coming to do it. But forget about price coming down. Forget about any price coming down. We are still going to suffer it, and then we have to pay dearly for it. But it's going to do that thing for us once and for all. It will solve that problem. Is to restructure the country, however way he want to do it. So, and then he's doing that. He's a perfect human being right now. You know what I'm saying? It's I mean, since I was born, this is the first time that I'm seeing somebody, because after reading a lot of books from BC Ogubadejo, and I know that exactly, because this Abuja is a scam. Many things are scam. And then you guys are saying that northern Nigeria is not developed. It's just like Europe. They have infrastructure, only that educational wise or whatever, but they also have it, at least in Arab way. So the Arabs are not better than them, in terms of education. So, but our own way, we are trying to work together with the British and the Germans and others. So that's our way too. So I think we are on equal basis there. Let them do their things their own way, and while we keep doing our things our own way. But we cannot coexist peacefully, and that is for sure. If we don't do that, what Tinubu is doing right now is going to take 100 years time, and then this thing will keep. Okay, just imagine if Tinubu now decide to run the country in a normal way, so that things can come down and then the country will be running. If another northern president come into play, it's going to reverse every progress that has been made. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. So we don't want to be repeating all this tribal error. 65 years, something not work. 65 years ago, they said they don't die finish self. So then to the Ogoni, I had a problem that day also with Aviation. I hope that is placed right now. Remember, I hope that Chioma is there. That day I was fighting Aviation for agreeing, for happy, being happy for the people to be coming to our space there, negotiating to come and start drilling oil. So the only thing that can make me to support them is that if they're able to bring back Sarawiwa back to life. Okay. The rest for that the kids along, is together with him. I don't care. But if they cannot bring Sarawiwa back, we are not going to allow them to drill any oil in our place there. You know what I'm saying? We have to, be hopeful that when the place is peaceful, and then we go back, they will start to take all our oil by ourselves or whatever. But unless they bring back Sarawiwa to life, that's it. Not be compensation. We don't need any compensation. We don't need no money, because money cannot buy life. You know what I'm saying?
Who is we? You are not from Ogoniland. It's nothing to do.
No, I'm from Ogoni now. I'm from Ogoni now. You don't know. So you know that I'm from Edo now. I'm from Yoruba. I'm from Ijo. So we are interwoven.
But
forget about.
It's nothing to do with you, my guy. You are an
Edo man. No. You don't understand. No. You see, hey, hello. Why is something that is in Odo State attractive to you guys in Ogun? Why so why do I love you? But some of them.
What is in Edo State that is attractive to anybody in Edo State?
Oh my God! Do you know that we have so many? I mean, look, Mama, you don't know what's called Edo. Even though that the boundaries were adjusted. Hold on. Let me tell you, the boundaries were adjusted. they cut about 13 oil wells to Delta and 11 oil wells to Ondo, but still we still have enough surplus. And there were just 5 million people. I mean, one man, you know, why is it that...
And yet there is no development. You are fighting...
No, that what we're saying. That what we're saying, because we have, you know, we lack leaders. You know, we lack good leaders like them, Chief Nahoro, like Chief Odo Sambrusali. We lack them like Ogbemudia, like Igbinedion also. And Tony Anini. You know, Tony Anini died. You know Tony Anini? Yes, you know him now. You see,
and
the man that... No. Tony Anini was the chief. That is where Obasanjo would go to his village and beg him, because he was the BOT chairman of the PDP. I think most of people like the Kulata, they know this guy. This guy died about 12 years ago. That's why I say Benin City is now looking very bad. Otherwise, they have a new bypass and everything. No infrastructure, no road in Benin, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I have no issue with that, because I still consider Ibadan as my capital city, because the capital city of my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And then also of my father. So it's also my capital city. Whether because cutting Midwest away or Edo State away from your state, it's just to bring government nearer to the people. It was not meant to separate the people. After all, it was recommended by the world people and the people, you see, with a good mind that, okay, the minorities in the eastern part of Nigeria and the western part of Nigeria should be given their own separate state so that they can be able to experience a development, okay? Then about only Awolowo was able to do that. So I don't know why we always, like the first day, Remy or I don't know, Simba was coming here to be talking trash about Awolowo, like, that they did not compensate them when they separated the country. We have Cocoa House in Ibadan, 24th floor. Then we have Palm House in Benin, 12 floors. Then we have Cocoa Research Institute, and so in Ibadan we have also 9-4 oil palm research in Benin. We have rubber research in Sapele. So the development during the Western region was spread around. Okay, all our laundry. They had the free education. Okay, at all levels. In all the whole state and in all the whole provinces. We have the Benin province. We have the Jebu province. So I know you have to watch your guys. That whenever they want to talk about Awolowo here, because of their different camp, like they are in the Akitola camp, so that they use that power with Azikiwe and Osadebe, then they took Okotiebo, but Nahoro fought hard to stop us from being separated. You know what I'm saying? So, Chief Nahoro and Awolowo were like twin brothers, or like his boy, a small boy for him. So, this is what we are talking about. So, they should not talk bad about Awolowo here, because they should not incite any hatred between the people of the Yoruba space, which was not a tribe. Now it's a tribe, because some people decide to fall out from it, that they don't want to learn the language. But at the end of the day, if you go to Benin City, you have villages there. Ologbo is Yoruba. Ajagbodudu is Yoruba. You go to this Patrick Place, they are all Yorubas. Patrick Place, 60%, 80% are Yoruba. You go to Sobe, go to Akwedo, go to some part of it, and all those. I mean, so we're the same people. Okay?
I was looking for him to learn to move on, but I just want to ask one question.
Yeah. You have a question for me? Yes, come on, bring it on.
So, Tony, you say there's some similarities with Yoruba and Edo. So,
yes.
Is it that Yorubas came from Edo, or Edos came from Yoruba?
No. Thank you. No, that one. That one was clear. Hold on. That issue.
Guy, you have to cooperate with it. Sorry, Tony. You have to cooperate with me. When just hold on. Just don't steamroll all the way through. I've got an answer to Choma's question. So let me give her an answer.
But the people who made these majestic sculptures, dating from the 16th to the 19th century, were relative newcomers in the art and craft of casting metal. Their oral traditions told them that they had learned their skills from the Yoruba people of Ife, about 100 miles away to the northwest. In fact, This Benin bronze of a man on horseback has been interpreted as a metalsmith from Ife, bringing the knowledge of casting techniques to the people of Benin.
In Benin, the Benins were originally not idol worshippers. Whatever idols we find in Benin were actually imported from our Yoruba nation. For example, Ifa Oromila is not an indigenous.
European experts might argue about the origin of this superb technique, but to the Bini there is no mystery. Their traditions state that it was taught to them by bronze casters from the sacred city of Ife, to which the kings of Benin paid homage. This little figure was dug up in the palace in Benin, but from the regalia on its chest it can be recognized as an image of the Oni of Ife in full ceremonial robes. And exactly the same regalia is modelled on one of the bronzes that was found in Ife itself. But to see these lovely things, you have to come to Africa.
So there it is right there, Choma. All the history tells us that the Benins come from the Yoruba.
One-sided woman.
All right, hold on. Just give a very brief response to that, and then we'll move on so that we don't keep people waiting.
Okay,
too long.
yeah, but this is very important because the question Choma actually asked me was different from what he presented right now. This one I was trying to address like it is not about who comes from who. That, but at the end of the day, we know that we are one people. One have to be senior, but we don't give a damn. You know, the most important is that we are one people, first of all. The second of all now is this, which is final point, is that the Ijebu, Chioma, I hope you are listening.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So that don't mind one man, okay? Don't mind them. So Ijebu and Oyo, they are not as related as the Benin, the Edos, and the Oyos. And Ife, okay? They have nothing in common at all, the Jebus, okay? Then you see this Ekiti, Ondo, these are just like with Bini, they are of the same tribe. Then almost very close, you know, everything is very close. But Egba, those one they also come from the Republic of Benin. You know what I'm saying? They have more similarity with people from the Republic of Benin. So that is how it is. So, but that's how it was. Then at the end of the day, so they now introduce a language called Yoruba language, okay, for all of us, okay. For Edo, Ijebu, the Kales, the Egbas.
Yeah, those don't speak Yoruba now.
No, hold on. So then, no, they introduce that language. That's why you see, if you look at us now, when we say Ijoko, there you will say Joko. You see. You know, then when you
there might be similar words, but you have a different language. But Tony, we have to move on to other voices.
No, I know. You don't have, you also have a different language. You know, I also said in Ijebu. Now, hold on. You have a different language, or you and Ijebu. You don't have any single similarity at all. And then with
we speak the same language.
Hold on. But now,
all right,
hold on.
All right, bring it home. I have to bring in other voices.
Yeah.
So bring it.
Let me bring it home because it's very, very important. Sometimes when you have such a discussion, you don't have to just bully me out like that or try
I'm not
to
bullying you out, but
and then you are not as objective. Have you listened to some Lagosians when they talk about this relationship with Lagos? Some the real Lagosians who are Yorubas, where they will say that this is the truth of the whole matter. But but many people with different versions. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make peace. I say, okay, it's not who is stronger than who, but at the end of the day, let us try to work together as one family. But you think that because a train, this Porto city of Lagos, that doesn't have anything, then you say because of Lagos, oh, now we get Lagos. If not, then okay, what has somebody from Oyo got to do with Lagos then? Or, or from other places, apart from this, Ekpe, Jebu area. So, and they do people.
What do you mean somebody from Oyo? Lagos is Yoruba land, Oyo is the epicenter.
Oyo is the original language which we all adopted earlier on. That's why you see, if you go to Benin now, many people speak Yoruba. If not only the palace.
Why do Yoruba people have Obas when the original Obas are in Edo? Like,
thank you very much. Yeah, we are the first. We are the first. Hold on. Yeah, thank you very much, Chioma. You are very intelligent. But that's what I was just saying just now. Like we are not so that proud. We are not arrogant.
The Obaship was founded in Yoruba land, but
no, it was founded in Edo, in Benin. You have Oni, you have Alafi, but Oba of Benin is the only Oba that is recognized. Go and look at the history of Africa. You cannot compare the Alafi of Oyo with Oba of Benin, or you cannot compare Oni of Ife cannot go. Hold on. Oba of Benin can go to Oni of Ife's place now to visit. As you have been witnessing. Yes, but Oni of Ife cannot. Hold on, one man. Now you see, you are trying to bully me out.
I'm trying to insert an opinion in the middle of what you're saying.
No. But let me land. Now you should let me land. You accosted me. You presented the video to.
Okay, just carry on.
To give to paint a different narrative. Now I'm trying to straighten it up. To Chioma.
Anything up now.
So Chioma, listen to me. The owner of Ife, listen to me. Owner of Ife cannot, when he go to Benin, he cannot go to the palace without killing some goats or some cows. That is how it was set up. That's from time immemorial. But our Oba can still go there to visit like his son. Owner of Ife is not a king; it's a priest, chief priest. That's our family house, okay? Ife. That's the family house. Okay, it's a family house. It's like a first son looking after the properties of the family. Okay, but the people that went to Benin, that went to Oyo, the same man, if we set up Benin Kingdom, and then he went to Oyo also, and then other. So that's how they play. But if you look at the Obaship in Nigeria, the first Oba among the Oduduwa children is the Oba of Benin. Okay, Chioma. You get me now. It's just that we lack.
That's not true, by the way, Chioma.
No. We lack leaders. We lack leadership in Edo State that can make that small state.
In Nigeria, one man.
We have gold. We have diamond. We have everything in Edo State.
So I feel like Oba Benin is highly revered. Then
the best. One of the best in Africa.
It's not highly revered. Let me. So Tony, you have to let me speak now.
Let's let one man speak.
Yeah, the reverence for the Oba of Benin is an extended deference to royalty from every other ethnic grouping, but it's some sort of deification amongst the Edo. So it's revered amongst its own people, but is respected by other people. It's not, it's not great sheikhs. It's no great sheikhs outside of Benin. They respect him as an Oba, but it's no great sheikhs. But they deify him amongst its own people.
Thank you very much. Do you know why it's different? Because Oba is born. Chioma, I hope you are listening.
Yes, I'm listening.
An Oba is born. The day he's born, you know that it's going to be the Oba. You understand me? And they will be separated from the family's house, like most of the first sons also in Edo State, and then that Oba is not like in Yoruba land where they have to go and be competing, fighting, kill each other, or using money. But once an Oba is born, whether it's a poor man, the first son is going to be the Oba. Then if he has no first son, then the brothers, the junior brother will take over. Okay? Then but it never happened because they do marry many wives. So the first son of Oba is already the king. Okay? Like the Obi of Onitsha. The Obi of Agbo. You remember? When the father died, he was just 2 years old, okay? They had to send him down to Benin to stay with the Oba until he grew up. You hear me now? Chioma?
Yes, I hear
Chioma.
you.
So they cannot say, another, they cannot say another ruling house. Every other ruling houses, they got their role to play in the scheme of things, okay? That's why our own is the best. No fight, no war. Our own is very good. Every kings again, We have more kings in local government.
It's a very it's a simplistic system. So
yes,
yes, so it's a simplistic system that you have there.
yes,
So which is fine for a very simple sort of location,
yes.
but somewhere like the Ifes too, for instance, which you are right, it's not an overship, but it's
Chief priest.
it's the
Yeah.
all right.
Chief priest.
Let
Chief
me
priest.
just move on. Since you
No,
wanted
no, 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 no. Land it. I'm sorry. Land it.
yes, now
Land
you'll
it.
be
We are
talking
learning. I'm learning.
okay.
I'm learning. Land it. Land it.
Which is not an overship, but a priest, like you said, but it's a more complex system. You know, not some, standardized whatever format that they have in. You know, people respect the Edos too. Nobody disrespects it, but it's just an outpost of Yoruba land, and it's a very unique and peculiar system.
No dispute at all. No dispute at all. We are the same people. You know, only that.
All right, let me just move on.
we need to tell the people, the outsiders, the truth that we don't have any issue with that. And then let me tell you one thing, one man. Right up to Ugeli, to Agbo, that is the Edo space. So the first son always become the Obi, the first son always become the Ovie, the first son always become the this Oluwafori, they have a little bit, but the first son of Benin king is the king there. You know, his name is Jinua. He was supposed to be the first son. Was supposed to be the Oba of Benin, but due to some problem, they said okay, they have to eliminate the guy. Then the dad asked him to run away. Then the second son.
Tony, please don't give us the full story.
Okay, anyway, it's okay, right. But we are the same. We are the same people. Huh?
Yes, I'm sure we are. So thank you, Tony. So that's Tony, of course.
Thank you, Chioma. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, people are starting.
Thank you, Tony.
You see, somebody just dropped there now. That's what it was. Yes, was and I was going to him, by the way. He's been here all day now. He's gone. The star, if you're able to come back. We come to you. But as we wait the star to join us, let's have Zita. So Zita, I think we addressed what happened yesterday. So maybe we'll move on to Senate conversations. I don't know where you want to come in at it. We were just talking in general. KWANKWASO forming an alliance with Tinubu, and then they're discovering then that non-Nigerians, there's a heavy number of non-Nigerians registered on our database. So they're trying to cleanse that out, and then the experience of a Nigerian traveler. I don't know if you want to see that clip or not. The experience of a Nigerian traveler in the hands of the Kenyans being addressed by the Nigerian state. And we are seeing this more and more, by the way, the Nigerian state's taking on the fight of individual Nigerians, just like the Americans do, and the Ogoni people putting conditionalities to oil exploration in that space. So either those or anything else, Zita. All right, no, Zita. Let's go to Dewale. Dewale, are you there?
Hey, Dewale, are you back?
Only Mr. Johnson. Any other Dewale is a counterfeit. Oh God. How are you? How are you coping with your experience with your new Degolugi in the White House? Oh God, you people, man.
I just have to maintain my sanity, because if every time I turn on television, he's always this ugly face on the television. So, and I try to avoid reading any news, concerning the guy, and especially when he's making just ridiculous headlines. I'll just avoid it one way or the other. I think he's getting to that level.
Is it true or not? I heard that it's granted some special fiat for white South Africans to become Americans. Is that true, or is that is it giving some executive order for white South Africans to become Americans?
He did send an executive order that kind of targeted the white South African in terms of granting them, I think, land allocations and all that. So any of the South Africans that I'm talking about, white South Africa now, that are willing to relocate. But I doubt if they want to do that because somewhere that they've lived all their lives now relocating. I think they're going to fight it out they'll sort it out among themselves in South Africa. And I think it's just playing to all those headlines. I don't think there's any issues per se in South Africa, to me, as far as I'm concerned. But I think it's a remote work of Elon Musk that we are seeing in Trump, targeting the white South African. What is even about the European people? They can't stay in one place. They have to be moving from point A to point B, trying to, take things from people, just like the way they did to people of Indian American. You know, I think it's apparent that Trump wanted the white people and the people of color. So it's unfortunate. That's what we have now, but we will manage it for the next 4.5 years, and we'll see if. But it's been aided and abetted by his party member because they are scared of him. They say something behind the curtain, and then when it comes to where in front of camera, you see them professing their love and admiration of about him and all that. It's unfortunate. There's nothing that they will say now that I will find very outrageous because this man has shown his true color in the first time. So it's coming now for vengeance. It's coming for uh you know my fear is the fact that he's asking for the and I'm also asking the CIA operatives, you know, from the upper management up to the lower cadre of the management to put in their resignation. I have a very strong reservation towards that. I don't know what their plan is. I'm beginning to see the hand of Russia in all these things. The same thing is trying to use Patel.
So sorry, Dewale, I heard that it's revoked the security clearance of Joe Biden. Is that true?
I heard that, but I'm not so sure. I think Joe did the same thing to him, but I'm not so certain about that. I mean, Joe Biden is still a member of state council, so I mean, you won't be getting the security briefing anyway. So, but it's just out of courtesy that you see any president
He
extending that
revoked it,
to.
Waben. He revoked
Sorry.
it. He has
Okay.
revoked the security clearance.
Of Joe
He told
Biden.
Joe Biden, "You're fired."
Oh,
Literally, he
well,
did.
that's juvenile. If you did that, that's very very childish. This that's a small mind thinking. This is like a small boy still believe in the revenge. He doesn't believe that anybody could be of good or valuable to if they can't render any help at the moment that he needed it. It's unfortunate that's where we found ourselves, and I think America is shooting itself in their foot. Elon Musk is dismantling US aid, which is a cover up for the CIAs and all that. For people who don't know, they give here, they monitor all the incentives they're giving to the rest of the world, but also they use that to camouflage for whatever they want to do across the globe. And I'm seeing the hand of Russia in all that. As a matter of fact, there is a new development of which um, USA aid also have something to do with Elon Musk company, Starlink or something. And then the USA was, investigating the Elon Musk company per se, and but it was not disclosed because it wasn't made public. And now that he's, trying to dismantle the organization, now the whole thing now came to uh, forefront, and also the Cash Patel too was found to have participated in one documentary in which he was criticizing the government operatives and said that his intention is to close down FBI office and send everyone to the field. I mean, those are the things that just not part of the standard of operation of the organization. But I'm seeing the remote hand of Russia, or if not Russia, but other sovereign countries that are actually trying to. I mean, they have their man in the White House anyway. So what else do they need? They tell him whatever they want him to do. That's where we found ourselves. We will roll with the punches to the next 4 years. After all, it's not going to remain in the office. It's where we found ourselves. What's poppin', woman?
You know this speed at which is going is going to do is going to change America and probably the rest of the world irrevocably by the time it's done.
Why
And
did you say that, woman?
with Elon Musk pulling his strings, it's going
Why
to
did you say that?
Absolutely.
From what
It's
we're
easier
seeing
to
now.
damage. Mama, it's easier to
What is
damage
it damaging?
than to rebuild.
What is it?
Mr. Dewale.
Yes, sir.
What
What is it
exactly is
damaging?
it damaging?
Okay.
Now, wait, let me say something. Security clearance. Why are we shouting about revoking security clearance? Because it's a normal thing. Exactly 4 years ago, Biden did the same thing for him. Like you just said, it's a normal thing, right? It started with Biden, right? He said he was erratic. I remember the word he used then, that Trump was erratic, so he doesn't need access. He doesn't need to have access to classified information. And Trump is doing the same thing for him. So what's the big deal there?
And I will say this, that there's no big deal, but you can't if you look at the antecedents of all the previous presidents, the moment they leave the White House, they leave everything behind. As a matter of fact, that becomes their retirement from politics. Now they get into
Obama didn't leave everything behind now. It was remote
because
controlling Biden. It was
well,
remote controlling Biden.
here is the deal. Obama, as far as is concerned, he was drafted to Biden's campaign, and his organization, the what do you call it, the Obama Center for whatever they call it, uh, change or something. They also they they are not working within the domestic. They are actually targeting the foreign. That's why most of these presidents usually doesn't target America per se. But when Biden was contesting, he had no choice than to participate, and the public were reading meaning into him being silent, and he was actually on the sideline. Now, when he finished his tenure, naturally he was supposed to go to Chicago or go to Hawaii, but he remained in Washington because number one, they wanted to see if their kids wanted to, remain in Washington D.C. But the two of them decided, the senior one decided to go to LA or something like that. So, and now I think after for some time they intend to move to Chicago or something like that. But they weren't really participating in politics per se. They, whenever their party needs them, I'm talking about Democrat now. That's when it comes out. You hardly see Obama making headlines talking about the happening of the day or something. Most of his interview post uh, uh, his time in office was mainly centered around everything he did, and more or less even becoming a celebrity, so to say. So it's his wife, even his wife too, were trying very hard to avoid some of those political questions. Now, in terms of revoking clearance of every past president, that is not normal. Okay, but what follows Trump after the election? Trump continues with politics. He continues inciting.
Wait, you said, wait, it's not normal, but it was normal when Biden did it, right?
See, like I said, it's tit for tat. Which I will.
Was it normal then?
No, it wasn't normal. It's not. You see, everything surrounding Trump's administration, it's nothing of it. It's normal. It's always about the opposite of what is the tradition of.
What is the what?
I said,
what did
when
he
Biden
do
did
that
the
is
same
the
thing, was it
opposite?
normal?
It wasn't normal because at that time.
What did Trump? Can I ask you a question, please, Adewale? Can you give me example of what Trump is doing now that is not normal? When you mean normal, first of all, explain what you mean by normal and explain what you mean by traditional. Then you tell me what he is doing now that is not normal or that is not traditional. Can we do that?
What Trump is doing and that is not normal.
That is not traditional.
But it's not traditional.
Yes.
Okay. When as a president,
The frequency that he uses executive orders is not. I don't think.
No, I mean they all use the consecutive orders, but there's never a time maybe in the past, maybe during President Andrew Jackson, maybe even Roosevelt, there was never a time where you have. I mean, I think President Trump was the second president ever not to attend inauguration of his successor. Now, Trump, first and foremost, continued with the campaign trend. He continued to be in that campaign mode, and he refused to yield it to the governing mode in a way. And then the first policies that he was bringing out after he became president majorly targeted people that we can call minority. I mean, he came out and issued an executive order that says DEI is to be dismantled. And who are the most beneficiary of the DEI the most? The female, the white female, the disabled, the veterans, right? The black were the most at the lowest level
Oh my
of the beneficiary.
goodness.
And these are the things that you hardly see. Even though if you want to dismantle it, there's a way you build on something, or you come up with something that you feel is more superior to it. Now, look at this event that surrounded after he issued that executive orders, to the point when he was granting an interview during that airplane crash. He was going into the attack mode. He started well, but you see a president that speak in that manner. You are supposed to be what do you call them now? The comforter as a president. You use a smooth tone to address the families that are bereaved. But when you started attacking your predecessors, attacking their policies about what they've done at the time when you're supposed to be comforting those who are aggrieved, to me that is not presidential. And somebody who behave erratically that way, I mean, you won't blame Biden, but because it's been established in the security circle that this guy was working for Russia. Okay, he invited Russia to his office to the point that he even hosted. I don't want to go
Adewale.
into. I don't want to go into all that.
No,
But
hold
he
on,
he,
hold on,
he
Adewale.
publicly declared that he never believes in his
Okay,
own security operatives. He
wait,
said he
wait.
believed more.
Adewale, let's take it one after the other.
Okay.
Anyone you say,
Sorry, Zita. Let me bail out hand over to Choma. Choma, Larry next, Zita after the room continues to populate. Bring it home, Choma, Super Tatas, Choma, Kulata, others to join them as well. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Sorry, back to you, Zita.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Wama. Sorry. So I don't apologize for you, eh?
No, I think Zita is happy with that. You're
Yeah,
happy
okay,
with
all
the
right.
apology, are you, Zita?
No, it's okay.
Adewale,
Thank you.
let's take it one by one. Anyone you say, we discuss it. Then we go to you say another one. We discuss it. First of all, when it comes to United States politics, I don't live there like living there, but it's something I grasped a good knowledge of. I've been following it for a long time, maybe because I married somebody from there and who is in the government. Now, Adewale, almost all presidents of United States is against policies of DEI. So there is nothing Donald Trump is doing different. It's just that he's a loud person. He's into entertainment. So he's like broadcasting everything, maybe probably because he campaigned on it. And he wants to show his supporters publicly that he is doing what he campaigned on. But go back to history. DEI, no DEI, almost every president of the United States is against or was against the policies of DEI. So say the next one.
Where did you read that from? That is
Madam Zita,
they against the.
Madam Zita, before you move, let me also counter that. Mr. Adewale, did you follow the Supreme Court judgment
from Reagan
in 2023?
to Nixon? Name them.
So
DEI is something that has been there. But when it comes to the implementation Listen carefully. When it comes to the implementation, most of them are against the policies, not actually against the EI. Please go and check the record. But some of them who cannot be against the policies actually knock it down. So bring another topic. Please go and check before we start the argument. I've called the name. I've given you example: Nixon, Reagan, Bush.
Okay, let me put my voice on this. So, Mr. Dewale, in 2023, right, there was a Supreme Court judgment. Students for fair admission versus Harvard University, and everything centered more around this issue of DEI. And that was the genesis of this whole thing. After that judgment, a lot of corporate American companies knew that this was coming. So basically what Trump did was Trump is more of a public person, right? Most of the things he is doing are not things that are just that kind of like just come from him. Are things that have been coming, probably decision have been made on it. He just come in and put a stamp on it. So you can move to another one.
To another one, Adewale.
You know,
you want to talk about Doge?
The affirmation issue, of which you were referring to the judgment of that 2023, which was mainly centered on the academic. But with the one that actually speak to the equality and equal opportunity, of which people actually benefit, but completely decided to dismantle it. To me, I don't think Americans want that. Okay, but deportation of illegal migrants, of which both House and the Senate had proposed a very good bipartisan bill, of which it almost made its way to the floor of the House. President Donald Trump called the lawmaker, threatening them not to vote for that bill, not to even allow it.
What is on the bill?
Okay. They both proposed, of which the number of immigrants to America on a yearly basis will be totally reduced.
That's not what is in the bill. If you can give me your email address, I will secretly wire that bill to you. Please don't say what you don't know in the global platform, but continue.
Okay. All I know is this, that both parties across the party lines already agreed that this is the bill they are both going to legislate on. But because of the influence of Trump, he did not see the daylight. Because he wanted, of course, he has been saying all this even on the day one of his campaign. So he wanted something that he would be at the center of. So he killed that bill. And both parties know that there's no way any legislative law will come up that both would not have something against. So this time around, he decided to go all out by himself by not having any recourse to the legislative arms and issuing executive orders. Now, the deportation itself is backfiring now, because
how
the deportation of the so-called immigrants, they don't have the capacity at the level at which they are going. The number of people they are wrapping up on a daily basis, they don't have the facility that can hold those people in their custody. Now, the county jails and other federal jails are filled up to the maximum capacity. Now he's proposing to send those people to Guantanamo Bay. where terrorists are being detained.
El Salvador.
And even so, if you come to think of it, if you are deporting people, because people think, oh well, if you commit felony, you are those people that the ICE are looking for. But there's a record that a lot of people that are being picked up, majority of them have no criminal record.
Okay, can I come in?
And then just 1 second before you come in, and then the CNN here one clip yesterday where those people that are being deported were chained both hands and legs like a criminal. So you could see the inhuman treatment that he meted on people that considered illegal. And who are the illegal? What do we consider illegal?
Okay, can I come in?
Yeah.
Let me explain. I've been explaining this for a long time to my friends and relations who are all over the world. Those are legal and those that are not illegal. The phrase is people who entered our country illegally. That's the phrase. People who entered our country illegally. Now, they have people who entered the country illegally and people who are staying in a country illegally. The ones who entered illegally are staying illegally, so they have 2 offenses they committed. Most people, like most Nigerians and people from faraway countries, they don't actually enter United States illegally. They enter legally, but they stay illegally. That is overstaying the time they want them to stay. What is the difference? Somebody will ask. The difference is that the person that entered legally is vetted. They know the person is in their country. They can trace you if they want. They can easily deport you if they want. It's not really going to cost them a lot of money to find you and get you. But most of them that walked into the country are not vetted. Difficult to find, cost a lot of money to dictate. On that note, you find out that when you say somebody is staying in a country legally, you walk into the United States as a Nigerian. You came in with 2 years visa. And
5 years now.
entry, huh?
5 years now.
Okay, maybe I'm talking about those times. They give you 2 years visa. At the point of entry, they give you 6 months stay. If you stay for that more than 6 months, you have break what they call their immigration law. You
Madam, Madam, good evening. Good evening, Madam. Madam, I greet you, So, the white men, when they come to Nigeria, when they go to Kenya, Uganda, they don't come with papers. They can't kill us and take over our space. So when we come to Europe also, we can look for any way.
Sorry about that, Madam Zita.
So
you don't do that.
So when you stay more than 6 months, you have overstayed your welcome. At that point, you have committed, they call it breaking their immigration law. You see that person that broke that immigration law, that person can still get a green card. You know why? If the person married, join army, ask for 1 or 2 things, stay more than 5 years, he can still start pushing for immigration. And then, otherwise, if you come into the United States with visitor's visa, they call it change of status. The law says that you cannot come in with a visitor's visa and want to change your status. It's not allowed, according to their law. But there is a clause. They said, if it has to do with marriage, they say ignore. That's the word. So the immigration should ignore. Let's assume Zita came into the United States on holidays, fell in love with one American, got married to him, and then wants to change her status from a visitor to a permanent resident. It is actually illegal in the United States. Go and check. But the law put a clause for marriages. What's wrong with somebody falling in love? Pretend as if. Ignore. So you see, when they say, by the way, Adewale, let me tell you this. First of all, there are a lot of rules and regulation of immigration. All these things you are saying, they write, they propose, they want to pass a bill. Their immigration law is clear. Anybody who is telling you that the United States of America does not have immigration law, that person is actually playing politics. They do. I can assure you they do. But there is another clause. They ignore a lot of things because their economy is being divided into groups. It boosts their economy. So they pretend, but they have well-detailed law. Even this birthright citizenship, all the Supreme Court needs to do is to reinterpret it to everybody because it's being abused. So Donald Trump is not
So you think
different.
you think the birthright law is also wrong for the illegal immigrant that
it is abused.
so those who have
it's not meant for people like me or you.
So why was it not clearly stated in the Constitution?
It is.
That
It's clearly.
do you realize that when the amendment was passed into law, it was mainly for especially the black Negroes.
Yes, the 14th Amendment is for them.
And the black Negroes were considered illegal because the Southern Democrats were against them becoming a citizen of the country and the rights of citizens be granted to them. Do you know that they were considered to be illegal?
Adewale.
Anyway,
Please,
I have to run real quick.
Let's not tell these stories. The 14th Amendment is meant for ADOS, period. Because their ancestors was brought here. When they came here, they were not citizens. Nobody granted them citizenship. They came in here as a slave. And they had children. So what are we going to do with the children? That was how that law came in. Go and pick out, if you have their constitution, pick out the interpretation, read that 14th Amendment very well. Dotted lines is for them and them only. It was passed for them so that the descendants of slaves can be the citizens of America. And that was why they said, for you want to stay, you can stay. For you want to leave, you can leave. And those were the ones that left to Bahamas, to Haiti, to blah, to blah, to blah. And these ones that remained, wherefore they were born here, automatically became citizens. It's not negotiable. But that they ignore doesn't mean it will not happen one day.
But knowing that,
sorry, is Larry there?
Larry,
I'm here.
Okay, just know you can speak anytime because I know you've been here for a while.
Let Larry speak.
Larry, go ahead and speak.
No. Let me just, I'm listening. Don't worry.
We are just rolling now. If it's Adewale's turn, I just came in.
No, let me
You can come in too.
bail out
Adewale,
quickly.
make I
I'll
greet
be
you
right
now. Make I
back.
greet you.
I'll be right
Adewale,
back.
hello. Hello, my brother. Adewale. Alpha. Okay, you don't go. You don't drop. Okay.
So, coming to Doge, I think, if I can remember vividly, 4 or 5 presidents has done that Doge. So there is nothing new. Obama did it. Bush did it. Clinton's one was even worse. He sacked over close to 400,000 federal workers. In fact, he was the one that boldly said that no more big government. Go and listen carefully. He was the one that said no more big government. So there is nothing he's doing that is actually like not traditional or not normal. But the thing is that he's an entertainer. So he's entertaining his supporters. Simple. That's the only way I see it. He's trying to... Adewale, are you still there?
Yeah, he just left. So, Madam Zita, what do you think about the NIN? They said many people from Niger, they have NIN number in Nigeria.
It is because in Nigeria, you guys don't insist on birth certificate. So when you say go and register for Social Security, people will just walk into the place that they're registering for Social Security, put your fingerprint, bam, they print. We did it, bam. In other countries, it's not done that way. If you're a citizen, you bring your passport and your birth certificate. In that your birth certificate, the hospital where you were born will be shown. The certification from the what do they call, Census Bureau, where the certified death rate and birth rate will be there. So with that, you get your NIN, which is this Nigerian Social Security, right?
Yeah.
So in Nigeria, you don't have such a thing. People, is legal in Nigeria for you to stay inside your bedroom, have a baby, clean the baby up, and the baby start growing. So why wouldn't people come in to register? How would you know who is not a Nigerian, who is a Nigerian?
Wow, that is really messed up.
It's messed up now. So they want to clean it. They will clean even people who are Nigerian. I mean, I don't know how they're going to clean up the thing.
I don't know.
Are they going to use surnames or what? I don't know. Will they say this Mr. Yakubu Hussein Hakama is not a Nigerian name or what? I don't get it.
Yeah, they really let their standards.
Because if I go to Nigeria now and ask for MIN, are they going to clean my name out? Because none of my names sound Nigeria. So if they look at the name and it doesn't sound Nigeria, they will throw it out. I don't understand what they mean by they're going to clean it out. I don't really understand that. So I don't know. But it's something that is bad. So they will have to accommodate a lot of non-Nigerians. That's just the truth.
Yeah. Well, I hope they fix it, but the standard, they've really let their standards slip. But it is because even some American citizens, they have NIN.
Now,
crazy.
if you're a Nigerian and you still want to keep your second
You have
passport,
a Nigerian name.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that.
They have a Nigerian name.
Huh?
Yes. It's possible.
I can't. You are breaking.
They can easily get an NIN.
Chioma, you are breaking. No, I can't hear you. Maybe pause yourself and
Can anyone hear hear me?
No, pause yourself and unpause yourself because you are breaking up.
Okay, you can hear me
you're
now,
better.
right? Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I was saying that some Nigerians, their kids, they have NIN, and these are kids that were born in Nigeria. I mean, in America. It's crazy. You know,
Now, because they still want to keep their dual citizenship.
and passport.
So why are they saying they want to clean it up? I don't understand.
I guess because I think are we able to get voters card through with NIN?
Yes, now you if you have MIM or whatever they call it in Nigeria, you're automatically like a Nigerian citizen. You can use it to do anything in Nigeria. It shows you are a Nigerian citizen. You just like Social Security.
Wow.
So that's what it means. All those Niger, as you people said, Burkina Faso, Benin Republic, whatever. In fact, that Nigeria itself is free for all.
Oh my goodness.
These people just walk into our country and go and get they go and get whatever they want to get and move on. It's ridiculous.
It's really, and then people are complaining that we're speaking negatively about the country. You see? But it's bad, Madam Zita.
Yeah, a lot is going on in Nigeria, honestly. A lot is going. Anyway, the thing is that, let me be honest with you. When Nigeria gained independence, and then I will never forgive them. Okay, let me be a Christian. I've forgiven them. I will never forget what they did to Nigeria. Because if you follow that story, if those men sat down to draw map, you see all these MMN, MIM, Social Security, even take template from their colonial master to organize Nigeria, we wouldn't have been where we are today. But they were busy looking for the Lord of the Rings. Who is superior? Who is this? Who is that? Who will I take orders from? Who will I take orders from? They did it and brought Nigeria to its knees. Those men brought Nigeria to its knees. And then Nigeria became a country without a vision and a mission. It was them. No railroad, even the ones the colonial master did and left, no expand. I don't even know what those people were thinking. Honestly. I thought what the first thing they would have made to know how we are. How do we count how many we are in this country? You can't just wake up and say, I want resource control. I want our resource to be controlled because the resource comes from your land. So you should take it. It doesn't work that way. Even if it's from your land, let's know who has the highest number, who needs help, and who doesn't need it. But Shoma, my sister, leave that, that country. It's a lot of things. Yeah. Anybody can walk into Nigeria and get a Nigerian passport. I'm telling you. Do you know there was one day in Chicago, I almost called FBI on one boy. In fact, police. Walked into it. He did something. He claimed that he's a Nigerian. I asked him, I walked up to that place. I said, where are you from in Nigeria? He said he's from Lagos State. I said, then where are you from in Lagos State? He said he's from Lagos. I said, no. Which town are you from in Lagos State? This boy was looking at me. I said, you see, I really know that my people do something sometimes. But for somebody who is not a Nigerian to do something and come out and start claiming that he's a Nigerian, I said, guy, your accent is not a Nigerian accent. I know all Nigerian accents. Your accent is not a Nigerian accent. So why are you saying you are a Nigerian? The guy was looking at me. I knew he wasn't a Nigerian. But the moment they did him, bam, he said he's a Nigerian from Lagos State. And that's the easiest one. The moment you ask them, they said they're from Lagos State. Even our Nigerian people who are overseas, if somebody is from Yoruba, Ogun, or your Ondo, Chioma, if you see him anywhere and ask him, where are you from? Lagos State.
Lagos. That's everybody wants to claim Lagos.
Where are you from? Lagos State. Where are you from? Lagos State. I said, you are from Lagos State. I met one girl in a church here. He came all the way from Oslo to see a reverend father in our church. Because they sent, they brought a Nigerian reverend father to assist our reverend father here. This girl came to visit the guy. She is from Akwa Ibom State. The reverend father, he says, is from Delta State. And I asked this girl, I said, and then, introduction, Chioma, they say, yeah, she's a Nigerian. I said, oh, okay, where are you from in Nigeria? She says she's from Lagos State. What got me curious, she said she's from Lagos State. The shock on my face, like this Lagos stuff again. I said, where are you? Are you Yoruba? Do you know what this girl told me? She said she's originally from Akwa Ibom State. I said, since when? So Nigeria is now United States, where you be originally from somewhere and become a citizen of.
Even my NIN is registered in Lagos.
So you're from Lagos State?
Yes.
Did they write Lagos State there?
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
You claim to be from Lagos.
That's what I told them, and they just put it there.
I thought
because that was the address I was staying at, right? I was in.
Oh yeah. He uses the address. He uses the even social security too. When you apply for social security, he uses the address too. Even when you apply for citizenship, he uses the address. So if you apply your citizenship in Lagos State, you automatically become a Lagosian.
Yeah,
if you are a foreigner, you come to Nigeria, you apply for citizenship.
Right.
Huh?
I said I have rights. I'm a Lagosian.
Me, I will not be a Lagosian, no.
So, Madam Zita, were you here for the readout about the woman? Because you wanted to contribute about woman
I didn't see what the woman. No, I didn't say anything about that woman.
Okay. Let me see if I can play the clip for you. I think her flight was canceled or something of that nature, and they didn't. Okay, let me play it now.
So you will provide a sanitary towel. You will provide. You won't take. You come and take my phone. Touch my phone, then you will see. Touch my phone. You touch my phone.
Trust me, you're not going to.
You're not going
to fly on Kenya Airways again.
You're
not going to fly on Kenya Airways.
Okay, you will see now.
You can never get our aircraft.
I will not check in. Thank God. I'm speaking to the Minister of Finance of Nigeria. You will see.
Call the president of
Nigeria.
Call the president of Nigeria.
Okay, let's go on.
Call the president. Call your president.
Yes, we're waiting. Oh yeah, now.
Call your president.
See,
call the president.
You continue. Continue.
Yes,
continue. I want a hotel. I need sanitary towels.
I'm going to give you anything.
You will give me food tonight.
You're not giving you anything.
Yes, okay.
Oh yeah, now. You won't give me anything.
Very wicked set of people. 17 hours layover. 17 hours. Act of wickedness. I have blood clot issues.
Call your president. Call your president. Call anyone you want to call. Call your president.
Wọ́n ti issue ticket mẹ́ta fún mi. Wọ́n ti issue ticket. Wọ́n ti issue boarding pass mẹ́ta. Wọ́n ti issue boarding pass mẹ́ta sí mi.
You are not going to fly Kenya Airways again.
Kò sí wàhálà.
We don't want you.
We already told you the problem, and I told you.
Mo ti snap ẹ. Màá sẹ̀dẹ̀ sí yín sí. Very wicked set of people.
Very wicked. You are wicked. You are very wicked.
Continue.
You are so
Wicked. Continue. Don't send the same. Tẹ́bá rí bó ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn Nigerians ní bíbáyìí. Tẹ́bá rí bó ṣe ń ṣe àwọn Nigerians wọ́n kò dà wọ́n síta ni. Tó bá ti rí green pali yẹn báyìí. Òyìnbó méjì lọ ti fún ní wọ́n ti fún ní meal ticket pé kó lọ sókè kó lọ jẹun. Ṣùgbọ́n bá ti rí dúdú ara wọn báyìí wọ́n máa bá yí ara wọn jẹ́ ni. Wọ́n lò sí.
So, Madam Zita, that was what happened.
Okay. If I got it, the flight was delayed, right?
Yes, for hours.
And then she wanted the hotel and food.
Yes.
It
And
doesn't
that's
work
how I
that-
actually started my story.
Okay, it doesn't work that way.
Hmm.
When you are booking your flight, they used to say when you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. When you are booking your flight, when you click the cheapest, read the conditions, please. You have a flight. I'm talking about common sense. I know that common sense is no longer common. You have a flight, the same plane, leaving the same hour, going to the same direction, but it has 5 different fares. Why don't you try to find out why it has 5 different fares? So when you pay for that cheapest, you simply paid for a Satan go. So if the flight is delayed, it is delayed. You go get yourself food, go to the airport, a bathroom, clean yourself up, look for a better chair somewhere, lie down and sleep. But if you happen to pay for some certain fares, they owe you an obligation. That is when a flight is delayed, they start pampering you. They will take you from there. Either they put you, if it is places like Qatar Airways in a Qatar there, they will put you in there. They have very beautiful, expensive hotels in the airport there. They will take you there, or they will take you into the town to put you in one of the best hotels. It's your money because you paid it in the fare. If you think they are doing you some kind of good, no, it is obligation. It might not be as much as you paid. They would have gained that money if that flight wasn't delayed. But because it's delayed, they have to cough out more from their pocket. But when you pay that extra $100, extra $150, extra $200, it usually go into their pocket if that flight is free. If that flight is free of hitches. Now there again. But if problem somehow come along the way, technical issues, delayed flight because of weather, one thing or the other, they have the obligation, maybe end up spending more than that extra 300. You wouldn't know, but read what that is written there. Don't just click and book. Read the conditions. I know that most people don't even read. Like me, I'm somebody who is very sensitive to food and water. So I don't just book a flight. Some people don't know that as you are going into the plane, you can decide what they serve you because of allergy and sensitivity. But some people will just book like they go there, they carry food. I don't know if you have noticed. Sometimes you will see those hostesses, they come into the into the business center, they call a name. That name signifies that that person has allergy. So he has a special food he has ordered. Meanwhile, they will just keep food for the rest of the people. But they will call the name. Sometimes they don't call the name, they will look at their distance. The person is sitting in so. They will just carry the thing via to that person. It's not everybody that eats the same thing in the airplane. Because you lay down your own rules in as much as the radio. So the woman has no right to start screaming at them.
Madam Zita, hold on. You have to look at this thing holistically. If you hear what she was saying, it's a layover. I can blame her. If it's a layover, they don't owe you anything. It's not even a flight delay. She said 17 hours layover. So when she was booking, that means she did not pay attention to it. If she's a layover, they will not give you any special treatment. You just have to wait in the airport for your flight.
Wow.
So
We all missed that too.
So yes, he said 17 hours layover, not delay. If that was what I heard from. And I think she was deliberately speaking Yoruba for those people not to understand what she was saying. You understand? So that is one. But what I want to speak about is, even if she's requesting for something that is not entitled to, that's not the best way to respond to her.
Okay, let me give you an example. It's Simba.
No. You can hear it. Do you hear what that Kenyan woman was saying? Call your president. Call your president.
I heard
that is not good. That is not good for somebody.
Rude.
It's very rude.
But
so
let me tell you something.
We have to speak about that.
Okay, I'll come to that. In life, there is what is called tone. We Nigerians, we have very harsh tone, maybe because of our dialect. Our vernacular are strong. The consonant and vowels in our vernacular is kind of heavy and strong. For we Nigerians, we understand each other because that's the way our consonant,
No, just wait here, Madam Zita. Do you think if that woman is a Caucasian, she will respond that way, even if the tone is as worse as what you are describing?
The Caucasian will not even have such a tone. Hold on.
Let me no, you don't understand what I'm saying. Wait. I'm talking about you are talking about the tone of the Nigerian woman. I'm talking about even if that same Nigerian woman is talking to a Caucasian, do you think she will respond the way that Kenyan woman responded to her?
Listen to me. The Caucasian might not respond the way the Kenyan woman is responding, but the Nigerian woman will still get the same result. So which one do you want us to discuss? The response or the result?
Both.
Okay, so let's discuss both. Okay. As I was saying, our consonant and our vowels in our dialect and vernacular in Nigeria is strong, heavy. For we Nigerians, it's okay. But you notice anybody who is outside of Nigeria, when you speak, some of them will say, why are you shouting at me? We don't shout. That's our tone. That's how we grew. That's why when you meet a Nigerian, you know, in the street becomes so noisy. Yeah, come on, it's us. Now, when you are outside of Nigeria, please understand that most people you are going to speak with, I'm talking about the tone now, is not used to that our tonality. Okay? So you have to tune it down a little. Let me tell you an experience. It happened in Australia. They know us, and they know we shout a lot. We are doing a conference, and one person said, I have a room. So this lady came, there was no room. They want to book her in a hotel that is far away. Do you understand? And she's a Nigerian. And I said, why book her a hotel that is far away? She can come and stay with me in the room. Actually, I will not be in the room because my own presentation is late. Do you know what happened? Do you know what they told me, Simba? They said the booking was for one person. They see Oyibo that 2 people cannot stay there because it's booked for one person. I said, okay, who do I speak with? The lady says, speak to me. I said, no. Who is your boss? I need somebody who can soften the, like put a human face to it. Do you know what this lady told me? He told 2 of us that so that he will take us. That was when I was in Nigeria. I was working in Nigeria. He said, so that he will take us to the person and we start our Nigerian shouting. What? I turned and looked at her. I wanted to say, why did you say that? Something held me. And I said, okay, no problem. At our level, we will not do Nigerian shouting. We need some clarification. So this lady now took us to their manager. This same manager, the moment he see us as Nigerians again, he put his feet down on that rule.
He's ready to fight. Not to even listen to you. He's ready to put the defense already.
So he wanted us to display that our Nigeria. What is wrong in 2 of us? Is the money? So immediately he said that. No, that is rule. They cannot change it. And I told him, thank you. And then took the lady. I said, okay, let's go back to the organizer so that they will put you in the faraway hotel. Do you know what the lady that brought us to her manager said? She now said, where are they taking her to? And now the lady now called the town that are taking her to go and sleep, then come back for her presentation. Do you know what the lady now said? He said, follow me. They usually have a room for whatever, maybe for the manager or for them to rest or something. He took this lady to that room for free. I'm telling you, life experience. I was shocked. He just told us, follow me. Because we did not make noise, we did not quarrel. The moment the manager insisted, I just said, okay, thank you. I thought you would have helped. Okay, thank you. And I looked at the lady. I said, okay, let's go downstairs so that let's go and meet the organizer so that they can take you. I said, where are they even? The hotel is.
So Madam, don't let us. So what is your point now?
What is the tone? The tone was too harsh. And she's a Yoruba lady. Yorubans have very harsh tone. There is a way you can approach somebody. There is what they call.
You know what when you started talking, you said something. Most of the time, even when we read something and when we watch something, it's like before you even start watching it, you have a mindset that you just want to follow, irrespective of what is even in the video or the write-up or whatever. And it's not good. That's what we do most of the time. This video, what I noticed about the video was that, one, it was an incomplete video. Because from what she was saying, I cannot see her being loud, and she did not even say anything derogatory. Maybe because you don't understand Yoruba.
It's not derogatory. Her voice is loud.
The only thing she's saying
is an
let me tell you, it was not even an argument. What she was saying is that they have some other people, nationalities, that have the same layover, and the kind of treatment that they are in our presence there, that they've given them ticket for meal. That why are they
explain that in the booking now?
So you want to so what you are saying is that in her own booking, probably she did not book for meal.
Hold on. These are things. If I have heard her say that, I would have had a conclusive argument, because I have been in an airport where this one is not a layover, this one is delayed flight, and people were queuing up, and they were giving some people ticket to go and buy meal. Some people said they didn't give them enough money, they gave them $3. Some people, they didn't give them anything at all. So I still insist, I would have been okay and go for a conclusive conclusion if she was reading the rules and regulations from her ticket, because it's her ticket that speaks.
Well, I think we all travel. I don't think that in layover, I have never booked any ticket that they will not give you an option. Okay, if you have layover, then there is a portion where they will say, okay, if you can ask for meal. I've never seen that.
I explained that in the beginning. Is the payment. I explained that in the beginning. When you want to book a flight, you pick the plane, the airplane you want to use. You pick the time. You pick the date. Okay, actually you pick the date. Then the time will come. The airplane is going to fly from that your destination. Please look closely. That same time, with that same airplane, under that business class or what do they call it? Economy. The prices are different. It's the same business class, so one of them has extra $200. One of them have extra $100. One of them don't. It's just very too cheap to be real.
What I'm saying, will they now write it that, okay, this extra money that you are paying is for this, is for that?
Na booga, na big man. No, it doesn't work that way. But before you book an air flight, read. They write a lot of things. Please read them down.
Okay. At least I think you have spoken enough about, okay, let's say a tone or whatever you pick from. Okay, what about the rudeness of that Kenya woman?
Okay, number one, the lady she is speaking with, they on uniform. If she's not the boss. So in an airport like that, when you walk in and it's a layover, according to you, and you said, they're giving, when the people queue up, they're giving them meal ticket, and it gets to you, they said they will not give you meal ticket. You ask them why. Definitely they're going to explain to you why they won't give you meal ticket. I don't think somebody will look at you and say, because you are a Nigerian, I'm not going to give you meal ticket.
Madam Zita.
Hold on, let me finish. Then they will give you a reason. If that reason is not satisfactory, then you don't need to argue with that person. You go around and look for who is the boss.
Do you see that she display boarding pass, about 3 boarding pass?
For what now?
Oh, so you didn't watch that?
I didn't watch where she was displaying. I was just listening to what she was
Chioma, are you listening?
Yeah, I can replay the video since there's so many misunderstandings. Let me just replay it one more time. You guys hang on, please.
So you will provide a sanitary towel. You will provide. You won't take. You come and take my phone. Take my phone, then you will see. So touch my phone.
You
touch my phone.
Trust me, you're not going to.
Oh, back phone.
You're not going to fly on Kenya Airways again.
You're not
going to fly on Kenya Airways.
Okay, you will see now.
You can never get our aircraft.
I will not check it down.
Thank
Thank God. I'm speaking to the Minister of Finance from Nigeria. You will see.
Call the president of
Nigeria.
Call the president of Nigeria.
Okay, let's go on.
Call the president. Call your president.
Yes, we're waiting. Oh yeah, now.
Call your president.
See,
call the president.
You continue.
Continue. Yes,
you will see. Continue. I want a hotel. I need sanitary towels.
I'm going to give you anything.
You will give me food tonight.
You're not giving you anything.
Yes, okay.
Oh yeah, now. You will give you anything.
Very wicked set of people. 17 hours layover. 17 hours. Act of wickedness. I have blood clot issues.
Call your president. Call your president.
Oh yeah,
Call your president.
Wọ́n ti issue ticket mẹ́ta fún mi. Wọ́n ti issue ticket. Wọ́n ti issue boarding pass mẹ́ta. Wọ́n ti issue boarding pass mẹ́ta sí mi.
You are not going to fly Kenya Airways again.
Kò sí wàhálà.
We don't want you. We don't want
the problem, and I told you.
Mo ti snap ẹ. Màá send ẹ sí yín sí. Very wicked set of people.
Very wicked. You are wicked. You are very wicked.
You are so wicked. Continue. Mo send ẹ sí yín sí. Tẹ́ bá rí bó ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn Nigerians níbí báyìí. Tẹ́ bá rí bó ṣe ń ṣe àwọn Nigerians, wọ́n kò dà wọ́n síta ni. Tó bá ti rí green pali yẹn báyìí, òyìnbó méjì lọ ti fún ní wọ́n ti fún ní meal ticket pé kó lọ sókè kó lọ jẹun. Ṣùgbọ́n bá ti rí dúdú ara wọn báyìí, wọ́n máa bá yí ara wọn jẹ́ ni. Wọ́n lò ṣì.
The video is not complete.
Okay, let
Simba.
me see.
The video is not complete.
That's
what I was telling you now.
It started with the quarrel. What did she tell them? What did they tell her that fled her up? We didn't hear
even if you are looking at the tone, even the tone of the Kenyan woman is even higher than our own tone.
No. You're not getting the point.
But okay. Now, did you see the boarding pass that I'm trying to let you?
I saw the boarding pass. What is?
And you can see the time. You can see the time. There was one that they wrote 14 something. That would be like 2 o'clock, 2 something. And there was another one that I can see maybe 21 something. Look at the gap. For the same trip.
How about now?
So, let us be patient and always. Yes.
Simba. Most Nigerians, when they want to, okay, let me not use the word Nigerians. Most people, when they want to book flight, they use flight agents. They call them, they book the flight for them. And then you don't know the nitty-gritty of what they booked for you. And when you get to the airport, that's when you see what they booked for you. It's ridiculous. But the only thing I'm telling you is that if that woman needs those services she's requesting, that they're embedded in her ticket, in case of incasity, this woman should be taken care of. And they reject her. She's a millionaire. That's all I can tell you. I'm not kidding. Because I remember when Air France lost my boss. They lost my suitcase. I remember too, when they broke my suitcase, and that was the last time I flew Air France. So I know how much they compensated. So if you have all these things laid down, Simba, and you're on your right corner, there shouldn't even be any need to shout in the airport. They have complained. Every airline has their complaint site. Why don't they complain? Right to their headquarters.
Madam Zita, you have to understand something. We have frequent flyers. We have frequent flyers, people that flies a lot. This woman that is talking now, maybe that was her first time of traveling by here.
He starts with a quarrel.
Wait now, it's not about, just don't pick the quarrel. It's like you just wanted to attack the woman. You don't even want to see what other side has done wrong. She might not have that experience. Let me tell you, all these things that you are talking about is not the first time you travel that you gather all this experience now. She might not even know that there is another person that you can go and contact. This is the person she's seeing. This is the person that's supposed to attend to her. If she cannot handle the situation, it's her responsibility to refer her to a boss that can sort her out. Why are you just talking as if everybody should know? This thing is too basic. You must know all this. I beg.
The way the situation around the scenario is not pleasant. In the first place, I wouldn't go into
Who is this Jessica Johnson that is just even talking rubbish about Nigeria, talking rubbish about Yoruba in the comment section? There's one Jessica Johnson.
I don't know, you reading those people. What I'm saying is, Simba, listen.
Let me delete the comment.
Shoma, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're talking about reading the fine print and paying for insurance when you're booking your flight, correct?
It's not even insurance. It's not insurance. I've forgotten the word. I'll find out, and I will. Maybe next time I will take my time and explain it. See, what actually I'm saying is, insurance is in case if there is a hazard or something, fatality or something. See, what I'm saying is, please, you people should understand me. The scenario is not actually pleasant. I wouldn't go into a shouting match with somebody in that kind of environment.
Why are they issuing different boarding pass?
Which kind of wahala be issuing different boarding pass now? Is it not what you book they will give you boarding pass for?
So have you ever no, just hold on. From your experience of traveling, you are going to a destination and they will issue you 3 different boarding pass with different time for the same destination?
Yes. If you book it that way, yes, that's what you get.
You don't understand. What do you mean by get? So if I'm going from Nairobi to Lagos, and then they will issue me 3 different boarding pass, different time for the same journey, and you are saying if that is what you do?
How many people are traveling in the first place?
She is referring to herself. She's not saying that they issued for different people. She's talking about herself.
Okay, wait. 3 different boarding pass. Yes, now they issue you 3 different boarding pass.
Probably what you don't even understand.
Let me finish.
Oh God.
If you're
he did not even listen to this, he just started commenting.
Let me correct what you are saying. You can even have 4 boarding passes. If you are going to a destination, depending on the stopping you are making, the first one will start from 2 o'clock.
It's not that one. Everybody know it's not. You are not the only one flying. It's not that one that we are talking about.
So which one are you talking about, Simba?
What I'm saying,
talking about people have multiple layovers in different.
No, wait. If I'm okay, let's say I'm traveling from Lagos to Calgary in Canada, and they can issue me body pass from Lagos to Amsterdam, then from Amsterdam to Calgary. That is 2. You understand? That one is understandable. But I don't have any layover again in any place. I'm going from Nairobi to Lagos. And you are issuing me 2 or 3 different boarding pass with different time.
So
that's what I'm talking about. It's not about saying you have to get to Accra and then from Accra you move to Cotonou.
They gave her, hold on, let's get it right. What you are saying is that they gave her the first boarding pass is from
It's not. I'm not saying it. You
Wait,
before.
did I not
Let
get
me
her
tell
3
you.
boarding
Learn
pass?
to listen to
Hold
something
on
very well before you
now.
start commenting.
Hold
Go
on.
and play the something again, and I look at the
Hold on.
destination on
Wait.
those boarding pass.
Hold
Ah,
on. Calm down. They gave her boarding pass, 3 different boarding pass to the same destination for different times. So one boarding pass says you are going to leave Nairobi to Lagos by 2 a.m. Another boarding pass, the same woman, they say you will leave 4 a.m. from Nairobi to the same Lagos. Another boarding pass again, they said you are going to leave from 7 p.m. from Nairobi to Lagos. So that's what the impression you are giving me. That's your
yes,
explanation.
yes,
They gave her
yes,
3 different boarding pass
yes,
for
yes.
different time to the same destination.
The same
So,
destination.
okay. It makes
You
it
can
very
even see
simple.
the point. Let me
Hold
tell
on
you.
now. It makes it
No, don't, no.
very
Let
simple.
me say this before you talk. Somebody even saying, hey, you can see the comment in this comment now. Maybe that is because maybe it's a delayed video. Maybe you can see what this person wrote now. We just like condemning ourselves for no reason.
You are saying it's only her. The person is saying with the song. Simba. Hello.
Hello, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. They say it's not one person, but you say it's one person. That's why I got
Even let me tell you, even if it is not one person, they are going together, they book flight together, and then they are using different time for them. Is that right?
Hey, it depends on what you book
However,
now.
it depends on what. Don't just make assumption. That is she's not a stupid person now.
Hold on. Are you saying that I booked my flight and let's assume I'm coming from Tromso. I booked from Tromso to Scavenger, from Scavenger to Chicago. And I looked at the time I booked. I said, we leave by 7 a.m. Then by 4:15 p.m., you are leaving Tromso to Chicago. And I got to the airport. I give them my passport. They do they print out my boarding pass. And my boarding pass is now saying that I'm going to leave Tromso by 9 a.m. I will keep quiet. I don't understand that. When I was booking that flight, did I put a different passport number? That my boarding pass will automatically change. Even if they're going to change it, they will talk to me nicely. They will say, Madam, we have issues with the 7 o'clock flight, 7 a.m. flight. This is it. They will not just say, we won't give you food. We are making this thing sound like, I would have loved what started this argument, honestly. Because why I'm skeptical is that whosoever made this video made it a heated argument. You would have started the first approach, what happened, and the person who, none of them is explaining what trespassed. It's just, I can't stay here for 7 hours, 17 hours without you giving me food. That's what it's all about. That's the only details we have. So why are we stressing ourselves on it? The only details we have is that you gave me boarding pass and this is different destination. We are 3. This person is flying different time. Me, I'm flying different. This person is flying different time. I can't stand it. Give me food. You must give me food.
Madam AI, the Howdy in the comment section said that the ladies kept quiet for over 17 hours. I think it was a long layover. That's what I'm thinking. And I guess she was expecting them to give her food or because there's flights that have really long layovers. I don't know why people purchase those type of tickets.
It's because they are cheap. That's why people go for them.
See, I don't understand what you guys are saying. But the only thing I know is that as a human being, I have my right. Even if it's an agent or a colleague or my department or the HR that booked a flight for me, I should know the details of my flight now. The woman was speaking English now. She should know when they book flight for
No,
you. You should know
Madam
the time.
Madam Zita, learn to. Everybody cannot be at your level.
No. Forget about
No,
my level.
wait.
What I'm
Let me.
saying
You've
is
been
that
talking. You've been talking. I'm just asking you. So I've not been talking extensively. I'm just asking you question when you are talking. So hold on for me. You learn by the time you start traveling frequently. Let me give you, for example, about what you are talking about. Last year, my daughter and my wife were to travel to Canada. And then I booked flight for them online. I booked like 3 months before their departure. And then like 2 weeks before their departure, and I look at the tickets. I said, it's like this one that they said they are going to stop at what's the name of this country city in Scotland. That this, and they are going to change flights. It's like they might need a visa because they are changing their flights. So I have to contact one of my friends, and he said, that will be dangerous for them because if they don't have visa, they might return them from Scotland back to Nigeria. That even the airway, because it was Qatar Airway, that they might not even take them from Nigeria. And from that one, I said, no, I'm not going to entertain this kind of thing. I have to book another flight for them. I asked for my refund out of like, how much did I even pay? Almost like 50 million naira. They only return 1 million naira to me. But at least it saves me the agony of saying, okay, on the day of flight, they will not be able to go. I learned from that. You understand? But don't have this assumption that everybody should know, everybody should have that level of consciousness that you have. That is not the way to look at people.
That's not the way I'm looking at it. The way I'm looking at it is making my case without quarreling. Please understand what I'm pointing at. My main concern
Even the quarrel that you are talking about, me, I've seen two people just talking to themselves. You did not even know what transpired before they started the video.
That is what I'm saying now. Whatever that
But all I can see from almost 30 minutes that you have been talking is to banter the woman and say she doesn't understand anything, the way she's talking. I was even trying to say, okay, talk about the Kenyan woman. You refuse.
No, I will not talk about the Kenyan woman. I will not. Because I'm not a Kenyan.
I'm going to work.
Really I'm not a fan of theirs anyway. So I won't talk about her. I have them in my office here. I'm not their fan.
From what Audi now saying, if the woman was at fault, would they have returned her ticket? Would they have returned her money? If she was at fault, would they have returned her money?
Of course.
She was not at fault, and all you have been doing is to banter the woman, call the woman all sorts of names, and too loud, she's too this, she's too that.
And at the end of the day, what did she get? After
she got her money back.
She got her money back.
Yes.
Okay. So
if you have to believe what Audi is saying, no.
So case closed now.
I don't know for a fact that she got her money back.
So
no, I'm not. I'm just saying based on what Audi wrote. You saw it. It's your man now.
So if she got her money back, case closed. So why are we arguing? If she quarreled her way into getting her money back, no problem. But I still maintain my ground. She shouldn't have a shouting mouth, a shouting match. That was a shouting match. The woman is talking, she is talking. I will call somebody, call your president. You must pay me my money. That's not. It wasn't a pleasant situation. That's what I'm against. It wasn't a pleasant situation.
Madam Zita, Nigerians, they do that a lot.
They're not us for that. They will say they will start screaming. They will start shouting.
Even in the plane, we do the most. Shouting at flight attendants, no respect, just even one lady in the kiosk was handling somebody's jewelry, like just checking a Nigerian lady's luggage. The lady was wearing gloves, and the Nigerian lady was like, can you afford this gold? Who are you? Like, can you afford my gold? Can you? I can pay for your house bill. She was just insulting the Oyibo lady simply because the lady was wearing gloves to check her luggages and her jewelry. And she took offense to that. Can you just imagine? That's just silly.
Look, no matter, even if it's an agent that book your flight for you, tell the agent to explain everything. Do you know that I know somebody at her first flight, she missed her flight because she didn't know that she doesn't need to pick her luggage. That her luggage is at the end of her destination. That means all she needs to do is to keep crossing over. At the end of her final destination, as she comes out from the plane, she will go to the luggage section and pick her luggage. But the first arrival, she thought she will pick her luggage and take it again and check it in to continue with the next plane. So ask question now. There is nothing wrong in asking question. They will explain everything to you instead of going to the airport to start shouting. It's not ladylike.
It was a total sin.
In fact, if the girl is rude to you, you make your case. She might be fired. You never can tell. She might be fired.
Yeah, that's true. They were both calling each other wicked,
Yeah. So you wouldn't be screaming like that at your customer.
No, that was
and you
unprofessional.
make sure as a customer, she won't get that leverage of using provocation to escape your hook. So you make sure that
Madam Zita, let me tell you this. If the reverse were to be the case, let's say that Nigerian woman is a Kenyan woman, and let's say it's earpiece of one of Nigeria airline, and the staff is responding like that, I'm very sure we castigate her rather than castigating the other woman. Why are we doing this to ourselves? That's what we do. That is what we are going to do.
You see, Simba, if you know me, people that like me because of it. People that hate me because of it. Listen to me carefully. There is one thing I don't do in my life. In as much as I don't do it, it doesn't really mean, don't get me wrong, that I don't know it exists. Of course, I know those things exist, like racism, tribalism, nationalism, and things like that. But in my life, I try as much as possible to avoid them. They don't even come foremost in my mind when I want to take decision or when I want to give a submission or speak my opinion on facts and things I know. I make sure I remove them. I don't care where you come from. Why I'm talking about the Nigerian lady is because she's the customer. She has a leverage over the Kenyan airline, whatever, staff. So she shouldn't have, because she's giving the woman a leverage of saying provocation. She was screaming at us in the airport and blah, blah, blah. She wouldn't have. If you have any case with them, right, complain. They have a complaint session and they take it very seriously because there is what they call it in economics. You see, as you are now, Simba, unknown to you, you are buying a product. Unknown to you, you have 10 or 20 potential customers for that company. I'll find them. There's a word they call it in economics. Unknown to you as their customer, you have 10 or 15 or even 20 potential customers around you for that company. Now, why did they use the economists use the word potential? You speak good of that company. You are using their product. It's looking nice. Those 10, 15 people around you are watching. You can be a referee for that company. A referrer. Hey, which airline did you use that they gave you this? It's a Kenyan Airways. Oh, wow, I've used Kenyan Airways. So most companies, if you think that they're listening to your complaint because it is you, then you don't understand the economics. They're listening to your complaints because of that 10, assuming the or 15, assuming the or 20, assuming the potential customers they can see around you. So that's why when it comes to transactions, I will always tell the customer, please complain. There is one juicer and blender I use. It's a juicer and a blender because of health conditions. I can't use the normal juicer or blender. Very expensive. And then one day it has 15 years warranty. One day I was using it because the soup I was making, the blending, because it's the same motor, but you remove the seat for blending and put the seat for juicer. It uses the same motor. Hello, are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening. Yeah, we're here.
One day I was using it. Normally, it has what they called what do they call it again? Voltage regulator, in the sense that most of those expensive appliances, they have voltage regulator, in the sense that if it became too hot, they actually trip off. And when they trip off, some of them will take a whole day or even 2 days before they can start up again. You don't need to do anything. It's just for them to calm down. Some 30 minutes, or depending on the extent of the heating. So I was trying to make a soup. The thing just smoke from the motor, as if it wants to catch fire. It gave me error 6. Do you know what I did? I just abandoned everything, went to my library, pulled out the company, their complaint side. Do you know what I did? I said, this product is too expensive for me to experience this. It did not take up to 30 minutes. I got an alert. Bang. They responded. They apologized. Do you know what they did? Within 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, they said, we will send you a whole package with that's one word they use. In a space of 5 days, they didn't even bother giving me only the motor. They repackaged a whole thing the way I bought it and sent it back to me. They didn't ask me if I wanted a refund or I wanted the product. But they just packaged it and sent to me. Why did they do that? When I was discussing with my husband said, it's the same economics I was talking about. It's the potential customer they see around me. Assumingly, yeah, you are using what kind of juicer is this? What's that? Wow. What's the name of the company? What's the name of the product? So I will prefer you complaining instead of embarrassing and screaming in the airport. Chicken, that's my stand. Like it, don't like it, that's okay. Think it's because it's a Nigerian woman, I want to bring her that, that's fine. But Simba, that's my stand. I didn't like the yelling. I didn't like the what they call it. Shioma, what do you people call it again? Shioma.
Do you think she will get that kind of attention if she just complain without making that video? Do you think she will get that prompt attention?
You can still make the video without quarreling. You will ask somebody, Why am I not being given? Can I have tickets for my meal? I'm among those on so flight. No, you cannot have the ticket. You ask why. Simple thing. It says you cannot have it because so. Then we give a reason. You put on your phone and say, "Ma, please, can you repeat what you said? I want to put it on record." If he or she is sure, just like the Kenyan woman is call your president, she will repeat it. You record it. You don't need to. Anyway, I don't know. But Simba, if you would like your sister or a woman you know to do this display in an airport, that's fine by you. But I don't think I would like it. I don't think so. I don't know about you, but that's me.
Well, although
If you ask me, I will not do any video. But at the same time, I cannot blame her. That's the only thing that she knows, and it works for her. So why are we blaming her?
honestly, the lady was she was very frustrated because she had a layover for 7 hours, right? But I think it was miscommunication.
Not 7 hours, so not 7 hours, 17.
17 hours.
Oh wow.
17 hours. I've had a flight like that before.
But they're not supposed to give people food or, unless your flight
They didn't give me food. It was long time ago. I had a flight. It was what's that lady's
You
name?
know what I can see from here, Chima. Maybe she was making mistake of calling it a layover. It's actually maybe there was some delay, and that was why the issue had 3 different time frame for the same flight.
Right? To choose from.
Yeah. Yes. Probably it was a delay on their side. Because she was talking about hotel, she was talking about meal. You don't get hotel, you don't get meal when you have a layover. You understand? So to me, if I look at her, she's not an experienced traveler.
Simba, listen carefully. I will still stand my ground. There is no need for that display. There is no need. She can still make a video with her display. There is no need. Because why I'm saying it that they know Nigerians like that. They see, I will always say this. I don't know. Other African countries see Nigerians as rude, arrogant, and pompous. So the moment they see us that are bracing for war, that are ready for attack or defense, so it is what you do. Don't give them that opportunity. I don't. I have them here in my office. I don't give them that opportunity. But if you people say it's okay for the woman, hey, you must give me the food. Yeah, you must give me the hotel today, not today. Call your president. Both of them are very, but especially the Kenyan. I don't even know who talks to his customers like that. They actually do. Sometimes they get into.
Madam Sita, the lady said the Nigerian lady threw at her.
What?
She threw like her boarding pass at the Kenyan lady.
This person that is writing this thing, you people were reading, was he there? Huh?
No, that's what the lady was narrating, right? That she threw boarding pass at her. The Kenyan lady. That's what she was saying.
You got that one from the video? You got that one from the video, Choma?
Yes.
This same video that we watched, where did you see that one?
In the beginning, there's a beginning of the video.
But from the one you play for us, though, there wasn't anything like that, though.
Sometimes they'll cut a clip short just to fit their own. I mean, you just never know. Well, I just believe that
the
her
Kenyan woman threw the ticket at the Nigerian lady. Is that what you're saying?
no, the Nigerian lady threw the boarding pass at the Kenyan lady. That's what even one man said it. Because this is not the first time we played the video.
So why is it? Why would she do that?
Out of frustration. She was upset and frustrated that she stayed that long, with no food, no place to sleep.
Yeah, if you say they're not supposed to give her food now. If the type of ticket she's running on doesn't
Did you
require
see
them
the
to
type of ticket she bought? How can you complain? Did you know the type of ticket she bought?
That is why I told you people
Everything
that
that
the
you are saying, you are
story
just
is
basing
not
it on
complete.
assumption.
That's why I'm saying the story is not complete. And she wasn't saying anything concerning, she wasn't making a case for the ticket she has. That's where I said this is balaboo, because she wasn't making a case. I would have wanted her to be making a case on her ticket. Like, look, I bought this ticket for so time. For now, because that's what we need to hear in the video. Because if I'm making video on something, I would have been telling people what is going on. Okay? Look, this woman is shouting at me. I bought my ticket for so and time.
Before we can, let us even see how everything is resolved. From there, we can draw a conclusion. Because if they can pay her back and get compensation for whatever they have done to her, that means she's right.
What do you mean by
I think that video is very important for us to learn from, because we can't be behaving like this,
That's what
in
I'm saying.
other
We
countries.
can't be behaving like.
Even though she was frustrated, I think she caused it, because even, I don't know, what kind of flight is keeping you in that country for 17 hours? Why? It doesn't make sense. And then why make a video to attack the kiosk? You're putting yourself even at risk too, because if anything happens, that lady can claim that she slapped her just based off of that short.
It cannot be there. Why are you talking about this like this, Choma? You that you say you stay in America, you slap somebody in the
saying
airport
the
where you have
aggression.
camera,
I'm just saying the aggression.
everywhere. You can't just be talking like this now.
Not just by the tone and the aggression.
The tone will result in a slap, and the woman will say you slap me. When would there be video evidence of everything? You can't lie now. Why are we doing this?
What are we doing? Huh? Simba, what are we doing? You want your Nigerian lady to go and be quarreling with this thing in the airport. What I'm saying is that several ways she would have resolved it. Simple. But if you think the behavior is okay, that's fine. But to me, it's not. Number one, she was not telling us details of what she was just making a video. She was not telling us details of her. Somebody was telling her, video her. She was not telling us what the problem is. She didn't tell us details of her problem. She didn't say, look, Muna follow me, they see wahala.
And I think by the way the Kenyan lady was responding, right? I think the Nigerian lady was at fault.
Was what? Yeah.
I said the way the Kenyan lady was responding confidently, saying,
Yeah,
call your president.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Nigerian lady was at fault. She knew it was bad booking,
Well, I think it's bad booking. That's the way I see it. It's bad booking, because if it's the right booking, man, those people are they going to chase all their customers away? You can't have a straightforward booking and somebody is thwarting it. It's not done now with bad mouth to join. Simba, what are you even talking about? You thwart my ticket and you are bad mouthing me. Where on which company does that? Is he a Nigerian? You think he's in Nigeria in the market, or Chanja market or Oshodi market? These are big time business people. You destroy my travel, you destroy my ticket, and you are backmasting me. I mean, leave all those Nigerians and on a story, I beg. I would have been okay if she was telling us what was going on. She wasn't saying what was going on. She would have said what was going on. Muna follow me, they see why I buy ticket too. My ticket said I should leave by 10 o'clock. I don't come here now. These people say the next day I go leave. Which kind of wahala? They don't even give me food. They don't give me. If you are talking like that, we understand what you're saying. Not to cut story from cut it half, join it the other place. Video her. I'm going to call the minister of. What did she say? She's going to call the minister of aviation or what?
Yeah, but you know that Kenyan lady, Madam Zita, right? She was very unprofessional. That Kenyan lady was unprofessional.
It was unprofessional. I agree with
and she was not behaving like a.
I hope by the time we hear the details, the two of you will swallow your words and you will come back and apologize.
That means you don't know me. I will never swallow my words. There is absolutely no way I will support a woman under any circumstances to be howling and shouting in an airport with an airline official. I will not, because I know that there are hierarchies. I know that every airline has complaint place. So I won't. If that's what you're thinking, never. And that is on that note that I say that woman should have not done that. With or without the circumstances of that ticket, she would have still gotten her complaint without that drama. So if you are thinking I will come back here to say, oh, she's right, oh, hey, let her shout, oh, if it is me, I would have slapped the lady. I will never forget it. So as it is now, Simba, let me tell you the truth. I don't even care what the situation is. So I'm standing on her shouting match. I'm picking, saying she's going to call the Minister of Aviation. Whatever that means, I don't care. So forget it. I'm not interested. That's not the way to behave. And the world know us like that we shout a lot. At every little thing, we start shouting at the person. So if that's what you want me to come back here and swallow my word by saying a woman has an altercation with a airline official, instead of her to lay her complaint, either by writing or by complaining to a bigger boss, she was shouting, I'm going to call the minister. Did you hear her saying she's going to call the Minister of Aviation or the Minister of Finance? I don't even know which one she said. And you said I should come here and say Nigerians should go to the airport. Quarrel and say I'm going to come, Minister. I beg, Simba, leave me alone, I beg. I won't do that. Forget it. I stand by what I said, irrespective of whether the woman is right or wrong. I still stand by what I said. That clears it. Chioma.
Thank you, Madam Zita and Simba, for joining the One Man Show this evening. Thank you all to the listeners and the people in the comment section and the super chats. Thank you so much. We'll resume here again tomorrow. I hope you all have a lovely Sunday and a good night.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Madam Zita. Bye, Simba.